definitely be an advantage. We've seen cases before. We were talking about this before stream, you know, where we've had players play as K. Rool and come in and nobody really knows the matchup against a K. Rool. So what do? There's a heavier player.
Right. Yeah.
All right. What's the next thing?
Yeah, but it looked like Josh King had a lot of knowledge about that matchup.
Yeah.
He knew how to get in. He knew how to take him out. But going into the next game here, or next round rather, we have winners semis with Yumu versus Shade. Yumu, another top player from the Midwest region. So we got 2 top players back to back. That'll be interesting. Shade, not someone I've seen on stream yet.
Yeah, and this is a case here where, you know, new faces to the arena can always be a fun sight. You know, we can see either them potentially come in and really just take over the scene. Otherwise, they'll just kind of hang back and potentially get swept by someone we know already. But we'll see. I'm excited to see what this matchup's going to hold. I'm excited to see what character choices are going to come out here. Again, it's really interdependent on what they're going to put together for this. So we'll see. We'll definitely see.
I do know I believe Yumu is Yumu is Lucina main. So I think we're going to see some sortie action here. Shade, not so sure though. He's been doing some button tests as Mario, so maybe he'll put that experience to work here and just pick Mario. Oh, Golden Plains. Here we go. Oh, Yoshi's Island.
I'm a little. I've always been excited to see Lucina's here in Ultimate, as that's been one that hasn't hit my radar as much as I thought it was going.
They're both going random.
Interesting.
Oh my god. This is legendary.
Wow.
All
right.
Falco versus Falcon. Okay, so we got two relatively high-level characters.
That's a lot of respect here. Mutual agreement to go random, and then we get a Falcon versus Falco matchup. Basically the battle of the birds.
That is...
metaphorically speaking.
Yeah, that is absolutely incredible, but... oh, man. Shade putting some work in with Falco here. Oh, my gosh. Nice wall jump into the... he just rams right into him. That was a big brain recovery right there. Grab into up air. Does Shade just main Falco?
Who knows? But a big thing here about Falco's side, and I think it's been a big help to him, is that if you can control the air and you force your opponent off the ground, that's your arena at that point. That's you.
Right, yeah, because you are so fast. You have a lot of great conversions off of up throw and up tilt, and but Falcon also good combo machine. Oh, that was a beautiful edge guard from Yumu, straight into the knee, right as recovery like a book.
Man, tell me how that knee feels. That's a case where you. Oh boy, he brought it in. He brought it in. There's a few memes that have happened now.
Oh man!
But
Nice.
to Falcon's point, that's a case where you need to understand that you may have your back up against the wall, but you do still have to play smart. If you play in, you panic that you just want to focus on getting on stage. That's easy money here for Shade.
Right, absolutely. You have to not only in advantage, but you also play very smart in disadvantage if you actually want to get out of it. And oh man, you get the more desperate you get, the more predictable you get.
Yeah, definitely. And right now, I mean, it's 2-2 here. While the advantage does stick over to Yumu, it presents to me an interesting case where we've seen 2 fairly decently tiered characters face off though. And it doesn't seem like there's been a disadvantage to either so far.
No, not particularly, but Yumu is definitely trying to box Shade out right now. But Shade's being very smart about his recovery, going for ledge. He knows that if he keeps going right into Yumu, he's probably going to get the read. So.
Yeah, that bear with a good sweet spot from Captain Falcon is going to be a big move for him there, and that's what was able to get that kill, even though it had a little exchange. So at least he got some percentage out of this, but interesting that he went with a jump. I was actually expecting him to go straight back down because Falcon can make that recovery.
Yeah. Ooh. Tries to go for the mix-up, but he can't quite reach. Can't drift back in time. And now both players are sitting pretty at very low percents here.
Yeah, and we're sitting to the last stock, and this is where we're going to see a testament to see if random really paid off for both characters.
Yeah, I mean both of them are playing their characters extremely competently. So, you know, we're seeing Shay get conversions off of up throw and F tilt, or U tilt rather. And yeah, but both players are playing very patient. I feel, and maybe it's a little biased because I know he plays a Swordy, but I feel like he's playing Captain Falcon a lot like a Swordy. He's being very patient. He's waiting for his openings, you know, playing defensively, and then going for the reads when he gets shaded in disadvantage states.
Yeah.
It's really paying off for him.
Falco, conversely though, Falco's not quite exactly a super complicated player to play as though. You know, once you kind of understand that his air game is basically your strong suit, that's really your game. And also,
whoa! Just zipped right onto him. Oh my gosh!
Right.
Taking him out. Yumu's like, yeah. Yep.
Yep. This is a thing I did.
Shit's grinning a little bit. Nice. That was PS1.
Congratulatory GG. So here's the next question. Are they going to go random again?
Ooh, now that would be a sight to see.
This right now is better than the final Game of Thrones season. In my opinion.
Oh my god!
I don't mean to bring that pop culture reference in this, but it makes sense to me.
No, absolutely.
Okay, random v random again. So drum roll, please. What do we get?
Ness versus Ryu
versus a Ness. All right, all right. This could present an interesting matchup here. Now, again, we talked about this a second ago. So the real question is, have they had the experience with the character to know what they need to do to accomplish this? Street Fighter characters, of course, go right and just look directly back at their opponent. So it helps them out a ton. But if the range game is going to be there for Ness, this could definitely go in Shade's favor.
Right, and also, Street Fighter characters are extremely complex. You know, they got their Street Fighter inputs, they got different moves depending on, like, which direction you move the stick in. And I'm not sure if Shade's a Street Fighter, or Yumu's a Street Fighter character main, but it looks like he's putting the sauce on Shade right now, just using, again, those Swordy fundamentals to just box him out. Yeah. And same for Shade, really. I'm not sure if he has any experience with Ness, and Ness is definitely one of those more complex and execution-heavy characters, and he just does not look like he can get an opening here, and into that Shoryuken. Very nice.
Yeah, got to remember here, Bears, and Nairs are a big helping factor for any Ness main. Right now, he's just getting edge guarded like it's nobody's business, and that's been his punish. 17.7% is the only amount that he's done so far because he couldn't make that recovery back as Ness. He couldn't use his PK Thunder to at least get him at least a little bit of breathing room to go away.
Right, yeah, and we saw maybe that lack of experience with Ness maybe coming into play here as he just barely missed that recovery, but good throw. Can't quite catch him with the PK Fire, though. Yeah, and now Shade's putting some sauce on him. Keeping Yumu locked out, but Yumu's rocking him back in here. Again with these edge guards, just like this is a do not cross zone. Nice, the double whiff grab. Whoa! Very smart down B from Yumu there. Almost got him, but the end lag was just not quite enough to get the punish on the up B from Ness.
And again, sitting at 132, this is a pretty easy kill percentage as long as Yumu can either get a throw by this point or even most of its smashes at this stage can normally kill him unless he's center stage. Yeah, there's a throw right there. Strongest throw in the game. Good old Ness.
Yeah, a very good resource to have. Like, having a solid kill move is especially important if you don't have a ton of familiarity with your character, because as long as you know, like, this will kill at this percent, that's such a huge advantage to fall back on. But, you know, Yumi just going for the Shoryuken. That's been his go-to kill moves, it seems, for these two stocks on Shade here. Both times catch him with the Shoryuken out of shield. And, ooh. Nice spot dodge, but it's not going to be quite enough.
I think this is a scenario that it seems to me like Shade has had a couple difficulties playing as Ness right now. Like we've said earlier, I think that experience is showing right now because not only have the multiple cases of where he's been edge guarded fairly excellent by Yumu, it's been pretty telltale that there's been a few moments where he could have tailored and chained a combo and hasn't really had the ability or has managed to do so.
And I feel like Yumu, being a top player, definitely has a lot of knowledge about the Ness matchup, because there's a couple Ness matches you kind of go, and there's that Shoryuken reading the roll in flawlessly. And we saw Yumu there. He didn't go for anything fancy. He just relied on his extremely solid fundamentals. You know, wasn't going for any crazy shield break setups. You know, just if you see an opening, just go for that Shoryuken, and it took him all the way home. And now it looks like we're going to a game 3 here again on PS1. See if both players bust out their mains this time.
I couldn't tell. Sorry, there was something that started yelling, and we weren't sure if that was to us or not. we thought we said something wrong, but random against random, I believe. Yeah, random against random again. Sheik versus Peach. So we've got a top tier against one of our lower end tiers. Again, leading into the question, who's going to have the experience behind their character to be able to punish, make effective combos, and see if they can take this away? Because again, game 3, this is our decider.
Yeah, this is for all the marbles, and we're seeing a Melee classic here. Sheik versus Peach on PS1. No transformations in this game though, but still kind of funny. But yeah, no, it seems like, again, Yumu has at least a little bit of knowledge off of Sheik. You see him getting those, ooh, that was actually some excellent conversions there. But looks like Shade maybe knows a thing or two about Peach too. Ooh, nice back air to stuff Yumu out. And both players are just battling over neutral right now. Again, being very precise, just waiting for their opportunity, which is kind of what you got to do if you're playing characters or maybe that definitely aren't your mates.
Yeah, you want to play smart, and you don't necessarily want to overcommit and cause an easy punish. And that's a good sign. Luckily, a lot of moves that Sheik brings to the table isn't necessarily anything that's heavily punishable with exclusions to smashes. So we'll see. He's done a good job of edge guarding right now, but we'll see if Yumu can continue this.
Yeah, Sheik's moves aren't the strongest, but they are very fast, and Yumu's definitely putting them to work here. You see him going deep for those edge guards. Not quite getting one yet, but you know, definitely making it hard for Shade to make it back. Ooh, beautiful stage spike. That was not to be cliche, but that was an amazing back air.
Yeah, he couldn't pull the tech off in time, which, you know, it happens. But again, you're sitting at 114 right now, and this still could weigh right back into Shade's hands. But Yumu's doing a good job of making sure he's controlling the space and building combos when he has the opportunity.
Yeah, but Shade is definitely landing these meaty aerials to try and leave himself out of disadvantage here. And oh, there's the setup and a dash attack. Not quite gonna do it, but very smart. But man, Yumu's just playing so patient. He's like got his third eye open. He knows exactly when to go in.
Yeah, he's keeping, again, this is a case where we said earlier, it's about playing smart. He's not overextending himself, and he's playing within boundaries that he feels that he's comfortable with his current character. Maybe this is a case where maybe he's had some experience with this character before, but just focusing entirely on the case at hand, he's done an excellent job of just managing his space. And sure enough, Shade's going to get his first kill off of Yumu here. He's still got a ways to go as he's nearing kill percent, so we'll see if he's going to be able to make the comeback.
But thankfully, Sheik is definitely one of those characters who has a harder time killing, so
yep.
We're going to see if Shade can maybe leverage that weakness of Sheik and try and make his way back here. And again, the only time Yumu's really getting punished in these scenarios is when he overextends for those edge guards, but the problem with Sheik is you kind of have to do that if you want to kill early. And, but, you know, Shade is managing to make his way back pretty consistently here, but he's looking scared to engage Yumu. He's just like this constantly moving wall that's bullying Shade off stage. He just cannot get in. There, oh, excellent.
There's the bear.
The nice bear of legend.
It's one of those, you know, as much as I've read a lot about and has played against Sheiks here, there's always been that other side where a Sheik doesn't really have the same ability to build combos. But even if you take the ability to say, hey, you know, I can actually do things when I actually have the proper control, it's a different character for sure.
100%. And wow, Yumu's taking very good advantage of those up B explosions to just get right into Shade's face. Shade's trying to back up, trying to create space and find an engagement, and Yumu is just like this constantly moving shark that's just on him and will not let go.
Well, that's a big detail that helps characters at times.
Oh! That got a little loud for a second, but I did not expect that.
Excitement ensues as that's going to be Yumu. 2-1.
With the stylish up B finish.
And a GG goes out to both characters here.
Man.
Going random the whole set.
Yep.
Congrats to Yumu, but
mad respect for both players. both going random. That was legendary. That was pretty legendary.
That was something that I don't think I quite expected.
No, not in winner semis to boot. Yumu's just like, They're just having a
You
good
know,
time.
I feel like, and I'm genuinely curious to know a little more background between both, like what their history is between both players. But I really hope they just kind of looked at each other and said,
yeah.
Do you want to just play random? Like, we're on stream. Like, we might as well just like
Yeah, like, you know.
send it. You know,
Meme value.
do it.
That was incredible. Oh my gosh. And his Shade's tag was I love Yumu too.
Yep.
So
Yep.
I'm thinking maybe they got a little history. Or maybe
they got a I guess you could jokingly say a bromance there. But,
bro, that was both going random on stream and winner semis. That is a top bromance moment.
yeah, definitely. And curious to see what our next matchup is going to be here coming up soon. But so far, we've definitely seen a strong impression that we've got some pretty cool talent coming up here. At MWL21. If you're just joining us here, we're out in I believe it's Elmhurst, Illinois. Currently at Clarion Hotel's Conference Center, and just enjoying some ultimate singles. You know, just me and Jimmy, just enjoying a jolly good old time.
Just kicking back, relaxing, watching some good Smash.
Yeah.
We got Luigi himself on the booth.
Yep. Now here's the question: if he doesn't come back and play Luigi, is that technically hypocrisy?
Do you think it's a psychological tactic?
Maybe.
Like he's just wearing the Luigi hat to fake his opponents out?
Yeah, maybe it's just a bait tactic. But yeah, we got Neo against Crafter Sentry. Few characters that I personally have not at least delved with before. Any experience from your side, Jimmy, you could delve on?
No, not personally. These are both new faces to me. I did talk with Crafter Sentry a little bit during friendlies, but I didn't see him play, so we're gonna see who he goes for here. Maybe they're both going. Okay, I thought they were also both going random for a second, but it looks like Crafter Sentry is a Lucas main. Wait,
So it looks
am I
like
reading this right?
interesting. So
Neo's playing Luigi.
all right, interesting.
All right.
So we're gonna see. All right. Well, a big thing that is going to be interesting to watch. Obviously, you know, ever since the patch that has made most Luigi being sad, it's been cool to see the rework that Ultimate has put together for Luigi, especially for the 30%. It's not really going to kill him. But,
Yeah.
you know, it gives him a cool animation that makes us think it was cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, to Luigi's point, it's kind of cool to see how much of his.
That was a beautiful punish from Crafter Sentry. Just getting right up in there. Or Neo.
Yeah.
Neo on Crafter Sentry.
Yep. Yeah, don't give him the breathing room, but that's gotta be careful. That PK freeze can really put you in a bad spot. But
going for a shield.
Oh, here we. Oh no!
Oh, the most disrespectful. Wow,
man.
Just some crazy kills from both players right out of the gate here. Both of them are just going nuts on each other. Oh,
Disciplined play from Lucas has really paid off for him. That shield punish definitely at least evened things out and brought momentum toward his end. But this isn't out of Neo's game yet. There's been a good heated exchange between the two in the last few moments here.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, both players are just, man, they seem to know their characters so well. Luigi, or Neo especially, he is just.
Oh,
again with the up B. That was crazy.
But we got to note that was a good punish.
Right, no, that was beautiful.
Crafter got confident, and he wanted to go for that shield break again. He wanted to get in his face, but you have to remember, you get into a Luigi's face, that can pop up at any moment, and if you think you're going to dodge it, well, you better have prepped it ahead of time.
Yeah, if you're in the middle of attack, there's like no. Almost a spicy edge guard from Crafter Sentry there, and he's going for it again. You see him trying to make use of these PK freezes, these PK thunders, just trying to create space with his projectiles, maybe leverage that strength of Lucas. Because as we both know, Luigi has a very good grab game, but other aspects of his game kind of have a reputation of being weak. So maybe Crafter Sentry is just trying to leverage that and stay out of grab range while just harassing Neo with these projectiles. But it's not gonna matter because there's an up B again. That's why Crafter Sentry was so desperate to keep Neo out of his face, because once he gets in, it's up B City, baby. God.
Not one, not two, but 3 times we saw him go out with an up special. And, you know, once is already a highlight.
Oh, absolutely.
Twice makes you just really put the pug. And 3 just makes you go, okay, listen, what are you doing to him? Stop it. You got to stop it right now.
Just putting the move
Give the man some dignity. But regardless, though, it still went down to last stock between both guys. We can't discount that factor. It'll be exciting to see if if this is now where Lucas is going to come back and see if he can make those adjustments. Can he make those tweaks to be able to make something different out of this? So we'll see.
We see the counter pick to FD with Persona 3 music, baby.
Here we go.
Mana class. Or meta class, I should say, considering they both gentlemen. Oh, a saucy edge guard from Neo right out of the gate, going deep for that kill, really exploiting Lucas's linear recovery there expertly. And things are not off to a great start for Crafter Century here as Neo just gets in with a dash attack. And he's already on 2 stocks.
Good.
Again, are we going to see a repeat? No way.
No,
not quite. Oh!
He's still able to get back in time.
Is that
he's
the
going to
tech?
attack that. There he is.
Nice, but Crafter Century makes it back regardless. And
okay, yep.
Oh.
It looked like a good case where
he
used Lucas to his he did use Lucas to his advantage to be able to make that tech and come back to the stage. Otherwise, Luigi was a goner for that. So, an interesting fight off stage here, but that could definitely play in hand. And there we go.
Here's the chain. Oh my God, 80% off that one conversion
already.
Oh, very smart PK fire from Crafter Century there, catching Neo's side B as he tries to seal the deal in less than 3 minutes here. But looks like we're gonna have to wait a little longer as Crafter Century starts to put up a fight, but he's already sitting at 110. So, a lot of kill options available to Luigi at this point. It's gonna be quite the uphill struggle, and he's not gonna quite make it to the top of the mountain here as Neo takes that set convincingly.
Yeah, room's out for that one. Like you said, Neo, you know, I kind of feel bad for the guy that wore a Luigi hat that got swept by a Luigi.
Yeah, he got sauced by Luigi.
Like, regardless, it was a good matchup, and he still got that shield break, so he got his moment.
Right,
but
yeah.
also, on the same side of the story here, you got to give respect to the fact that this guy carried that far off the stage to be able to just continue to keep punishing Lucas, because that's his weakness, though. If you can get to him before he's building his PK Thunder to come back to the stage, right off of that, you don't have a worry anymore, because at that point, you're knocking him further back. He can't get back at that time, so now he takes that moment to be able to collect himself and go through here. So GG's, a sweep and a broom. Well, the brooms are out for that one. So coming out to this next matchup here, I think that was losers semis. Losers round 1. I think it was losers semis. I could have been wrong. I believe bracket, you can see in the stream here, I believe exclamation point bracket should get you there. Otherwise, you can go to SmashGG /MWL21. So, interested to see the next matchup here, but let's kind of take a moment while we're waiting for the next collection of our fights here. Jimmy, so let me get your thoughts here for a minute. So we've seen 3 matchups so far here. What are kind of your impressions and thoughts so far about this game?
Well, we've definitely seen a lot of top talent. Again, the key seems to be this patient, very precise play. You know, we've seen in most cases where there's been, most cases, like one player has gotten very aggressive and like try to go in, and the other the winning player is just taking advantage of that and like waited for their opportunity, got a precise move in, like key move in, and just got a conversion off of that. That usually leads to a crazy advantage state. So that seems to be the key here for a lot of players going into these sets.
Yeah, definitely.
Don't get too aggressive or you're going to get sauced.
Yeah, and looks like our next matchup is getting prepared here. Darkstar is going to be facing off against Lightning here. Darkstar is a familiar face here around the Chicago scene. I remember seeing him back from Second City Smash a few months ago here. Any other ones recently that you can think of, Jimmy?
No, I unfortunately have been out of the scene for a couple months, so I'm not super familiar, but I'm interested to see what he's got going on, both players.
Yeah, and this will be an interesting matchup here. I believe we'll see what this next matchup's going to be. Did I say that was losers quarters?
Losers semis.
Losers semis. Sorry, last one must have been losers quarter essentially. If not, this was the other loser semis.
Oh, looks like it's round 1 here actually.
Okay. Yep. So that was correct. Sorry, that was losers round 1 here. So we got another round 1 action coming at you guys here. So we'll be in another case here. I like to use the analogy when we get characters or players that we normally don't see a lot of recognition on stream for, or just maybe haven't heard of them before. I like to consider it almost as a form of a very loose, like, first date kind of mentality, where like you're feeling out the person. You know, what are some specialties that they're going to do, what are some notable things that we need to keep in mind and watch out for. So, like first game is really going to be a telltale sign to learn some information. Is the effective main that they're playing as, what do they normally lean toward? Are they more aggressive? Do they sit back? Do they have a grabbing side?
Right.
What do they go for? So, that's kind of the best analogy I can think of that. So, first recognition. Be a little curious to see what's going to happen. We got some love for Neo, as you can see the heart emoji. It's not the same character. But here we go, another best of 3. And
another Ridley looks like.
Versus Toon Link. Second Ridley for us this matchup so far. And something that at least I haven't seen from my side of things in Michigan. I don't really see a lot of Ridleys come through this matchup. So it's been interesting to see this.
Right, yeah, no, Ridley definitely not a common character you see at the top tables, but it looks like Lightning's making very good use of him. You saw him get that great conversion off that grab earlier, and he's playing very smart, like precisely avoiding Young Link's projectiles here and just waiting for his opportunity to get in and just walling Darkstar out. And he's already, Toon Link is a very light character. He's already sitting at 120, and Lightning is just chilling at 12. And that was a beautiful, good bomb recovery from Darkstar though, making his way back onto the stage. But
there he goes.
Man, Lightning just looking so dominant at stuff.
There's a part of me that it's almost kind of sad when you get dragged to the other side of the stage and get taken off, But right now, this has been over to Lightning's game. He's played smart, and he's coming in and making those stabs when he can. As a heavier character, all it takes is a couple hits, and you've got him to where you want him.
Right, yeah, no, Ridley definitely has those big, beefy moves and can really take advantage of Toon Link's lighter weight here to kill, especially early, especially with that command grab. For a character as light as Toon Link, that command grab can be especially deadly. Like we saw when Josh King, that first game we commentated, where he couldn't mash out, it just took him out. But unfortunate early death on Neo's part there, but he's getting right back in. He is angry. He's not having any of it. He wants to get his way back into this game ASAP.
Well, a thing to note, as we saw in that last kill, and he just decided to take it away. He can't be involved with that special that Lightning's putting together with Ridley. If he gets caught in that fire, that is a near 30% damage that's going to be put on him if everything hits. And on top of that, it just keeps knocking him further and further off of the stage. If you can't get underneath that, if you can't make that necessary dodge, you can't put something in front of that's just going to be a bad day for you. And that's been the case for both stocks that Darkstar's taken. Or lost, excuse me.
Yeah, absolutely. But I believe it's also kind of similar for Ridley, too, because Toon Link can get a lot of combos off of his bombs and his boomerangs and his arrows, and Ridley, being so huge, is very easily comboed. And I think that's why we see Lightning playing so patiently and trying to just doing his best to play around all these projectiles, giving them a lot of space, a lot of respect, and going in when he knows the time is right.
Like you said, take away Toon Link's projectiles, and a lot of combos start going away, because then he needs to confront Ridley right away, and that's Ridley's strength right now. Is that if you can get to that, front-to-front confrontation, at that point it really goes to Ridley's side. So if he can't build, we've seen this multiple times. He's taking the shield, he's being patient, he's letting the bomb settle, and then he's going in for his attack.
Right, absolutely. It's just like, and every time he gets an attack in, he gets such a powerful conversion. The double dash attack to catch the tether recovery. Is that going to be? Oh my God! Sitting at 69% too.
Nice. He meant to do that.
He meant, yeah.
You know for a fact he meant to.
Oh, 100%.
So,
all intentional.
Only dropping a stock, a strong impression from Lightning here, as it seems like right now, and I'd be curious to see if this is going to lead to a character switch, because we've seen this so far that it appears to me that that really seems to be playing strong here. So sticking with Toon Link is interesting to me. I was actually expecting a character swap here, but we'll see what happens.
Going to Kalos too. I think Kalos really, because of the top platforms and the flat nature of the stage, really gives Toon Link an advantage, because there's not a lot of platforms Darkstar can maneuver on. So we're going to try and see if Lightning can take advantage of that. You're going into this game too here. But again, with Darkstar just playing very patiently around those projectiles. But Lightning maybe trying to bait him out this time, trying to read his reaction, and maybe get a punish off of it.
Yeah, and so far it has been an advantage of Lightning so far that he has gone out. Just make sure here. We've seen a swap here. Sorry, it looks like we made a clerical error because I believe that's
oh yeah,
like Toon Link. Yeah, sorry. Lightning is Toon Link and Darkstar is Ridley. So apologies for that. We got that updated now.
Yeah.
So going back to this, right now projectile game has helped out Toon Link. So right there, good example of using a bomb to build a combination, using that attack, and that throw nearly taking away, but just needed a little more extra effort to that. And the other thing too, and this is something I didn't see from last game, he's, after that bomb is bouncing off the shield, he's caking it and catching it back to be able to throw it again. That way he's changing his rotation and how he's managing this.
Ooh, yeah, but despite his play leveling up and his play getting smarter, Darkstar is still taking that first stock with a resounding up tilt. Again, Toon Link's lightweight, just looking like a real liability here. Not so much for Darkstar X on the other hand.
And Kalos is a good, like you said, is a good stage here for Toon Link. Is stuff like, we're seeing here the special edge guard isn't really going to do the same for him, as he can jump over top of that.
But Darkstar's catching on his way down, really trying to box him out, not let him get to those top platforms, because he knows Toon Link has such an advantage if he can utilize them. Ooh, excellent setup from Neo, or Darkstar, or I'm sorry, the player tag in game got me a little confused, but excellent setup from Lightning there. And as he tries to even it up, like we saw last game, Lightning started to gain some momentum going into this last stock. We're going to see if we can maybe convert that into a kill here in game 2.
And catching bomb, taking it away here, an indication he's probably not a big fan of the fact that he's had a few of those land in his face so far.
Ooh, doesn't go for the down air. All right, now he's on that top platform. Not quite, though.
You can see that Darkstar is hungry for this, as he wanted to go for that side smash earlier, and it won't surprise me if he's going to go for something that will just pretty much almost guarantee this kill. Or we're going to go for the dash to finish it off.
Dash on the lid.
Kalos has a good tendency to do that off the edge. Here we go, Darkstar 2-0. Another sweep here for our records, and GG's to both, though. Ridley playing a strong game there, for sure. It was impressive to see Darkstar be able to manage his space just the way that he did there. And good work overall on his end.
Right, yeah, no, we saw him. It's very easy when you're playing against a projectile character like Toon Link to get impatient and just try and go in and be aggressive, but I mean, we saw a little bit of that in that first stock where Lightning managed to rack up a lot of percent, or Darkstar, I'm sorry.
Don't worry, we'll eventually mentally flick that ourselves.
Yeah. But yeah, we saw, and that's where Toon Link managed to get a lot of percent, but then there was that adjustment that was made, and he managed to just not get caught so easily and really taking a resounding advantage. Yeah. Essentially.
It was interesting to see, as you see our brackets starting to put things together here. Losers round 2 starting to shape up. Edboy and Darkstar will face off against each other with Shade and Neo on that side of the bracket. Yumi, a.k.a. Josh King, and Yumu will be facing in the winner's final. So things are stacking up. Hype is starting to get built here as we're getting closer and closer to crowning our champion here at Midwestland. Again, for those of you that are just joining us here, we're over in Elmhurst, Illinois, over at the Clarion Hotel at the Conference Center. Thanks to everybody here that put the work to plan everything together and put things through.
Yeah, we got a beautiful setup with lots of, we got CSGO and I believe also we got a lot of
CSGO, Rocket League, Apex was through with this. Fortnite duos happened last night. We've seen a lot of fun excitement out of this, and obviously Smash was one of those here. If you're out in the area, come by, maybe swing by for a visit and check out what the hype's all about. I mean, obviously you probably can't register for a lot of stuff at this time, but come out and hang out with us here, or just hang out with us in chat. Hey guys, yeah, how you doing? So yeah, we're getting ready for our next matchup here. You can also see we're seeing that I think potentially we might be looking at. Little hype here. Swag coming up here November 29th and 30th. Friday's going to be Squad Strike. Saturday's going to be Ultimate Doubles and Ultimate Singles. We'll see Meister and Goblin there. So little excitement.
Some top talent.
Little bit of a hero action there. So if you're out in the area, give it a search here. Smash.gg/thwacked. we'll put that together here. So check that out. We'll hope to see you guys over there. It'll be an exciting event though, for sure.
Yeah,
But
Meister, honorable number 0 on all the power rankings.
yes. Yep.
It's going to be there.
The honorable number 0. I forgot about that.
All right. Looks like we're going to take a quick break here, guys, but we'll see you soon.
Yep.
So Jimmy Millions and Jordan B signing out. Ooh.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to MWL21. My name's Sturm. Still here is Jimmy Millions. How you doing today, Jim?
I'm decent. How about you?
Doing pretty good, doing pretty good. I had a fun bracket. I haven't entered bracket in forever, so I was busting out the banjo.
Oh,
It
nice.
was a good time. Oh, I love so much the banjos in this game.
It's a,
He just brings joy to my heart, even when I like O2 or whatever. But it's a good time. Good times had by all. And we're here to bring you guys some excellent matches coming up to close up this bracket. We're going to Neo versus Shade.
picking
Start things
Luigi
off.
a lot. There was like a storm of Luigi's. Jeez.
All Luigi players gotta know how to mash. Trust them.
Truth.
Trust the mash.
It looks like we're gonna see Neo versus Shade here. Once again. Oh,
Looks like Shade is gonna be going his main instead of the random button. Which is, you know,
shocking.
it's it's a good plan for success to go the character you're best with in a bracket.
Now, I figured he was a Falco main because he was really saucing Yumu with...
oh, the Falco? Yeah.
But no, it looks like he's busting out the Pichu for this particular matchup. And it'll be interesting to see because Pichu's got that projectile, but other than that, his range is spectacular. And if you get into grab range against Luigi, then that could be a dangerous proposition for you, no matter who you're playing.
The game plan for Pichu is get Luigi off stage and don't get ledge trapped into that back air to the face. Neo off to a hot start.
Heartlessly stopping that rad right there and going off with...
Oh
my god! The true combo. I think we just saw a wobble, ladies and gentlemen. I'm not sure if you read the DI there, but that was insane. Deleting that stock. But, you know, Shade looking unfazed, going in.
Don't mess up one time at 0% versus Luigi.
That's all you got to do. That's all you got to do. But, oh man, again with a crazy string. Nice air dodge from Shade, not getting caught by up B, which has been Neo's signature move.
For a very long time. Neo, very well known for his Luigi combos, already coming out the gate very hot, but he's going to get hit by that back air to kill off of the side. Shade has signs of life in this game 1, but you're going to need more than that after this hole you found yourself in.
Yeah, but he's showing very strong mental strength, you know, not getting too shaken up, and just going right in fearlessly. Because, you know, if you're in the air, you can't grab. And if you can't get grabbed,
That's true.
You can't get wobbled.
Well, at 73%, we're not really in wobble range.
Yeah.
Neo can look for a trap to look into that the aerial up B super jump punch. We've seen a couple of those land before, and they'll kill. Ooh, he's just so low. And wow. Okay, that dash grab is just barely off the mark of that up B sweet spot. You have to be so careful in that situation.
That was terrifying. And, ooh, down smash not quite going to take it. Good DI from Neo.
Double jump saved the entire way, as Luigi's need to.
And there is that. Oh, sauced him with the down B. Man, the Luigi Tornado. Great move. Get that frame 1 intangibility, I believe.
Yes, indeed.
Just taking him out. Man, but Shade almost mounted quite the comeback there. If that down smash had killed, we could have been looking at a different game entirely. But wasn't in the cards, unfortunately.
Yeah, not this time. Sometimes you just gotta like give the Luigi player the, yeah, you landed that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to hold the L this game. Let's go back to it in game 2.
Yeah.
It looks like Shade really was starting to get a feel for how to pressure Luigi and keep him at disadvantage.
Right, 100%. It was, he really like started to make a comeback towards at the end of his first stock, but 120%, not quite the time you want to be getting in there.
Right, exactly.
But we're going to Town and
this is Smashville.
Smashville looks like. Sorry. Back rows confused me for a second. But interesting that Shade would counterpick here. What do you believe Pichu's advantages are versus Luigi on this stage?
Well, it doesn't really matter so much to Pichu out of the other characters that the blast zones are so close. Like, Pichu has so much offensive strength, so much crazy kill power that you want to be using those blast zones as much as possible. And you're going to die to Luigi no matter what, so it doesn't matter what the blast zones. You're going to die at 50 on any stage.
True.
You're the lightest character in the game, but look at him go! Ooh. Down smash blows up Luigi this time.
Taking a convincing first stock from Shade here, really putting that momentum he started to gain at the end of game 2 to work here. And just saucing Neo up at every opportunity, but gets the jab. Not going to get anything off that down throw, though.
Yeah, down throw tornado is the one thing that's weird about Pichu, because Pichu's the lightest character in the game. Sometimes those kill confirms that usually work at like really reliable ranges on the entire cast just don't work on Pichu. That's really common in like the Mii Sword Fighter matchup for Pichu, where like all those tornado confirms into up Bs or up airs can just sometimes whiff on the character.
Right, and Pichu also can get himself out of that kill confirm range too with the ability to damage himself.
Yes,
has been increased in recent patches. So
I think that was that an SD on the part of Neo, or is that an edge guard?
I believe that was an edge guard, but it looks like nice tech from Shade there. But it's not gonna matter because the up B again with that super jump punch. Jeez.
Yeah, Neo just ran in there. He knew that the retreating Thunder Jolt was coming out, and he spaced himself perfectly, just right in Pichu's face, and pulled the trigger.
Yeah, got a great read on that counterplay there. He's starting things off with a grab into Thunder, racking up the percent here.
Didn't get the spike hitbox that he wanted, which I think would have just blown up Luigi up the side. But
yeah, that's got to be frustrating. But, you know, keeping his head in the game, continuing to give Neo lots of space, trying to find that precise opportunity to go in.
Now he's got Neo at the ledge with your grab. What's the play?
Actually tries to maybe like chill back, go for a read, but he isn't able to put gifting off it, waiting for a little too long.
Yeah, Neo, you know what he wanted. He wanted to press that up B button for sure, but if you missed, you would just die. So it's like the risk reward there was a little bit. Like, that was definitely a 50-50 they just missed on.
Pretty lopsided. Not something you can risk. But oop, there's that forward air.
Oh, Misfire actually saving the day. Allowing an aggressive land on the stage, but you're getting grabbed here. This could be trouble.
And there's that spike hitbox to steal game 2 right away. Wow, a convincing comeback from Shade there. That was quite the show.
He was able to stop the momentum that Neo was really just starting to scrap together.
Right,
Because
yeah.
like there was and Shade had some leads in that game. He had a couple of stock leads. He was in a good spot, but that's the thing about Luigi. You can't let him in for just one opportunity at all.
Yeah, it seemed like almost a reversal of the last game, where Neo started to get some momentum towards the end after he got soft those first 2 stocks. But yeah.
And so we'll go to a game 3. I believe this is a best of 3. We're only going to be doing best of 5 finals here today at Midwest Land. So this will be the deciding factor. One of these players is going to get to fight a Ridley. We were talking about this before the jump.
Oh yeah, like there's gonna be a Ridley Ditto and.
If you guys think this is an exciting matchup, we're gonna see a Ridley Ditto next. And yes, please. I will gladly get eliminated by both those players so we can watch a Ridley Ditto in winners quarterfinals.
Winners quarters. Oh my God. It's the legendary Ridley.
But let's get back to it. Final Destination's the pick, taking away all those platforms. Moving the blast zones a little bit further away, which Luigi, again, doesn't necessarily mind moving those blast zones away, because this is the last character in the game. You're sure you can still going to kill exactly when you want it to.
And, but it is going to be harder for Pichu with those, slightly harder with those slightly wider blast zones. So definitely an advantage for Neo. He gets the grab. Ooh. But again, Pichu putting himself at such a high percent that Neo's not really able to get anything off.
Yeah, he wanted to get that up air to back air, which certainly would have killed, but not this time. And kind of a really weird glancing blow situation where the grab like went over Pichu and the down smash just didn't quite catch.
Ooh! Whoa, both players going deep and catches him with a down B Luigi Tornado. Very consistent kill move. Can't quite get the hitbox. Shake can't quite get the hitbox. He wants that down smash. Or the F tilt to stuff out that misfire.
But just taking it slowly here, going for these aggressive edge guards. That will even up this game. And very excellent recovery on the way back as well from Shade. He needed to avoid the Shoryuken hitbox. Right. You want to save any damage you can. If like you can just plan those perfect angles with the big attack, and you see the expertise coming out from Shade.
That's something I think we've seen a lot from both players, is very precise aerial maneuvering, especially off stage. Like earlier when Neo played against Cracker Century, I believe it was, and he was going deep for those kills. But it seems like he's met his match with Shade here, who seems to have a very similar skill set.
And Pichu's very well adapted to go off stage in those spots, especially versus Luigi's linear recovery, so you have to be so careful now.
Right, yeah.
Trying to scrap your way onto the stage with that back air. Just lasts so long from Pichu, and ooh, that's every resource expended.
Can he make not quite? No misfire to save him this time, unfortunately.
You have to give it a try, of course.
Yeah.
Not to be the 1 in 10 not making the mark.
Shade storming into this last stock here, getting these incredible conversions off of grabs. This is a real role reversal situation here.
And Pichu's damage potential is insane. You see it, of course, coming out to 0 to 90 almost.
Man, these conversions are nuts. I don't think he's taking a hit this stock.
There's only like a couple of fireballs to Neo's name here. Okay, and that back air is just going to buy a little bit of space. You need to get this ledge trap started, and yep.
Here's the tornado, even enough at the stock count, but still sitting at 100.
Of course, you know what that ticket is. It's the grab.
Goes for dash attack, not quite able to convert.
I don't know if dash attack's really meant to do, but maybe because Shade was in the corner, he didn't have enough room to extend his dash.
Right, and you could catch maybe because the hitbox stays out, you could catch a spot dodge potentially, but it didn't quite work out for him there.
He was making it back. Still alive in this game. Good trade for the Luigi player.
Ooh, not quite able to two-frame that up B. Again, Pichu's recovery doesn't have a hitbox, which I believe makes it harder to two-frame than Pikachu's, which does.
I could see that, but you get
the jab reset! Oh my God! Neo with the comeback! That was crazy. Oh my God.
One mistech is all it takes, and I think that's the game.
Yeah.
Isn't it best of 3?
Yeah, that was game 3. Neo, wow. He looked like he was in such a disadvantage all the way up to that last.
These players don't look like they're done, so.
Oh, yeah, maybe, well.
Is it best of 5? Ooh, they're still playing. I mean, winner semis was a best of 3. I don't know why they're still playing, but
Yeah. Interesting.
okay. I don't mind casting more.
Yeah, no, sweet. We're here to see a reset of Game 3. That Game 3 was sick, so I'm glad we get more of it. Oh, again. Oh my goodness.
Tell them. I think it's best of 3. No? Whatever, man.
Yeah, we just get to watch him smash.
Shade gets the salty run back and gets an up smash to the face of this Luigi.
Man, once again, starting off so strong, but Shade using that invincibility to just give, or Neo using that invincibility to get right up in Shade's face.
Oh, you went for it, dude.
God. He loves that up B.
You're going to pay for it with a Pichu punish, though. 0 to 27.
Yeah.
1 exchange.
Holding shield. Waiting for Shade to back up here. Going deep.
And that tornado in the disadvantage when you're stuck on the ledge has been so good for Neo in this set.
They're just chilling.
They have to be talking about whether this is actually a game.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure it's not a game. Yeah.
Both of them are just smiling.
I like Peach's idle animation. It's so cute. I'm like 95% sure that this set is over.
Yeah, no, same. Oh, there goes Neo. He's walking the plank.
Yeah, Shade looks a little upset. I think he really thought it was best of 5.
Yeah.
And it would have been a great best of 5 to watch, but
Right, yeah, both players very,
that's the way the news goes.
tragically, yeah. I would have loved to see more of that set. I think both players had a lot to bring to the table there, and that was some very good Smash Brothers.
Oh yeah, just crazy punish games from both of them.
Oh right, and that's what you want to see, right? You want to see those crazy like combos that you get off of just one mistake from the other player, and it's like. And there was such a back and forth too. Like we thought Neo was gonna, or I thought Neo was gonna lose that Game 3 for sure. But he just came roaring back, like out of nowhere, that third stock.
Yeah, and that just shows you can't miss attack like in any single circumstance.
Right. Yeah. It's so characters can punish you so hard in this game for that. It is insane. Like I feel like every character is like some kind of crazy jab lock. Like even like Little Mac, the worst character in the game, can go like jab 1, jab 2, down forward smash, and like. Man. Oh, is this the Ridley mirror?
This is the Ridley Ditto. Oh,
Boy
yes.
versus Dark Star X. Oh.
Both these players are pretty sick. They both are they play a really heavy bait and punish style where like you can use Ridley's 3 jumps to just maneuver yourself into a position where someone thinks that they can extend, then you have that third jump there and you hit them with a back air or you hit them with a neutral air or something, which just resets the advantage state. And Ridley's actually pretty fast on the ground too, so you have to be very careful.
Yeah, we saw I believe it was Dark Star X playing Neo that last set, or not Neo.
The Toon Link Lightning?
Lightning, yeah. Sorry, thank you for reminding me. But we saw him like use the speed to like dodge the projectiles. He was really baiting out and punishing, making great use of space and getting in.
And if you miss space one time, you're gonna eat that meatball to the face, that forward smash.
Oh yeah,
the one that makes Mario's forward smash look like the weakest smash attack in the game, and that hits like a truck already. So
yeah, it's like twice the size of it, or something crazy like that. Well, they're both just going nuts on that forward smash to the devil. And there's that command grab.
Well, Edboy's got a 0 to death working for him right now. Right. It's just all with that spacing. Like, look at these dashes back.
Yeah. There's spacing dash attack, and like also there's
space that forward tilt as well. You get it's like a sword tail, right? And it goes much further than you think.
I believe it is a tipper, right? Or I could be wrong about that, but
it does have a tipper, but it's not really necessarily a kill move in either way.
Right, yeah.
Tipper or on space.
It's not like Mario. But yeah, all right. Edboy looking off to a very cool start here.
But that was a missed punish. I think that Edboy got a little bit greedy with that F smash. He should have just gone down smash to catch the cross up.
Yeah, that's the one downside of having the spicy meatball forward smash. Nice command grab, catching Edboy or Darkstar right out of that shield there. Good work from Edboy.
That time covering the cross up as hard as possible, so Edboy understands the punish. He must have loved it in that 1 second.
Right, yeah. Ooh, catches the missed tech. And there's that meatball.
Do it, man.
Just throwing it out middle of the stage.
That's the thing about Ridley is 1 minute you're comboing and the next minute he lands for a second and he F smashes you and you're just like, now I'm dead. I was at 55. It's fine.
Yeah, on the largest stage. whatever.
He's got some kill power.
Yeah, no. Especially these recent patches which have buffed him considerably, so definitely great to see two Ridleys here.
Yeah, the up air particularly got an incredible buff. That move is really strong. Oh, look at that ledge cancel on the up B. All right.
Bringing some spice. Just trying to trap him. Oh, gets him with the very last fireball. Looks like Darkstar's managed to cleave his way out of disadvantage here.
Another command grab, but good DI on the part of Darkstar. But you're going to hit that dash attack.
Yeah, again, Ridley's weight, like, really working for and against both players here. Catching him at the ledge.
Ooh, and extending this advantage. Takes 0 to 60 in a second and hits him with the Skyrim.
That was a 78% conversion, it looked like. That was nuts. Again, like, I think that's why Ridley Dittos are so sick, is because both of them are combo machines, but they're also comboed really easily. So they just go nuts on each other. Oh, there's that command grab. Is that going to seal the deal? No, again, great DI from Darkstar there. Ooh, and he gets his own command grab, but oh man, Ed
good match.
Yeah. Nice back air.
So that's just going to clean up the stock. Still 140%, 150% on Darkstar. This is
right. One straight hit could just take him out here. He has to be like, super careful. And oh, speaking of, that dash attack could trap him at the ledge. Great read on
the fireball set that up because like it's interesting because like I said, I play both these players in bracket today. It's really hard to challenge Ridley's up B off the stage. It is it's like challenging Wolf's up B, where like sometimes you think you can hit it, but then it just comes out this giant powerful hitbox and take 30% and maybe die.
Yeah,
it's one of the moves that just puts pressure on Ridley and forces him to recover at a certain angle is the fireballs of Ridley. Yeah. So it's kind of like one of those moves that's kind of a perfect counter to something in your own kit and just make them mirror a little bit wonky.
Yeah, no, like it really felt like Ridley is like his own worst enemy here. You know, like he has like I was talking about, like that combo potential of Ridley, but also that like that nature of being such a light, huge character makes you killed easily and comboed easily, and I think we saw a lot of that going on with those command grabs especially.
Yeah. And Edboy is just so good at keeping that advantage state in place, and he's not overextending too much. Like he did eat a spicy meatball, I think, for stock 1, but
that was it, pretty much.
That was pretty much it. And we saw like 0 to 80% being pretty regular, especially on that final stock. So these players are talking about it. They're obviously pretty devoted to their characters here. I know Edboy's been playing really since launch.
Oh wow.
Darkstar also seems pretty committed to the character too. So they're maybe trading some lab notes. Pretty friendly set between two very strong Ridley players in the Chicagoland area.
Yeah, and that's what I like about Dittos is there's so much to learn. Like even like especially if you lose, right? Like you get to find out things about your character that you never knew. Both players looking like they're going to Battlefield here. Interesting to see how the platform will affect the combo potential of both characters. But Edboy once again off to a strong start, trying to trap Darkstar on that ledge.
Ridley has some disgusting tri-flag combos.
Oh, really?
You can just like Nair chain you ad infinitum. It's pretty nasty. And again, as you mentioned, Ridley's a good combo wing. So we can see some sparks fly here if someone can get some verticality started on these combos. It looks like they're just opting for this ledge trap game instead.
Yeah, no, they're just like going for very clean kills. Nothing too fancy yet, but we'll see how the game develops.
Ooh. That's a great trade for Darkstar.
Right, yeah, keeping Edboy in that disadvantage. Making great use of that tail range too. Oh, and the fireballs, but it's not gonna quite get enough. Ooh, great fade back to read the command grab.
Yeah, that's exactly what we're talking about, right? Is Edboy in the disadvantage needed to overextend a little bit, and that's exactly what Darkstar wanted. Like if you overextend here, I'm gonna hit you in the face and you're gonna die. So that's kind of the style of gameplay both these players take when you're playing Ridley. It's like a bait and punish. And now we find Edboy in disadvantage for the first time in this best of 3 set.
Oh, nice. Thankfully, gets the tech, so he doesn't just eat like a free 80% combo like we've seen.
Wow, how deep can you go, Edboy?
Jeez, he is really playing with fire here, but he gets the command grab. Again, so deadly in this matchup. But also very punishable, so it's a you know, gives him a little poke with that fireball off stage.
Yeah, see, the fireball makes you recover low, and then you can just adapt your positioning after that. But okay, here's Edboy's chance to really get a punish started, but instead, Darkstar's going to land.
Blowing him out. Goes for the jab there. Into the...
Oh, let it rip!
Gives him his own spicy meatball. Man.
I think that was Edboy's endgame as soon as he ate the first jump. Okay, but that dash attack actually going to KO. I'm not sure about that DI, or maybe that move is just a strong help.
Yeah, we've seen dash attack go a lot in this matchup, but also just in general today here on stream. It is a deceptively strong move at the ledge, it seems like. Oh, nice read on Edboy's part too.
Clean up the game with a big F smash in the corner. Wow, fantastic plays. And like we mentioned, it looked like Darkstar really had something cooking, especially on that first stock, right? But then just Edboy found an F smash, then he found another one. And it's like, if you fall asleep on that move for just a second, you die at like 60. It doesn't matter if you're Ridley or if you're one of the lighter characters in the game. You can just explode.
Right, yeah, no, it's something you got to be very careful of, and it seemed like just one too many times Darkstar did not account for Edboy just throwing it out, and he just ate it like a heaping plate of meatballs.
The big moves you have to respect in that matchup are the command grab, the forward smash, and the neutral air.
Right.
Because the neutral air out of shield is going to be the thing that just really gets the advantage state started. The command grab is going to punish you for shielding, especially in the corner. That's something that got me a lot in our sets between both of these players. And the F smash, of course, we saw how violent that can be and how it can just completely turn it can just steal momentum away from a game if you don't respect it.
Right.
Just a second.
Yeah, because I feel like in some respects it's pretty demoralizing too. Because like you're just like, oh, I really just got F smashed at 60 and now I'm dead. Like especially with like a combo string going.
Yeah, if you're a Ridley player and you're not just like making people respect that, you reconsider your choice of character because that move is crazy. Same with I played a Chrome in bracket earlier today. He never did the Shoyo James, which was like, you know, just put out an F smash and it's like, okay, you have to respect the fact that my F smash can kill you at 80 from anywhere on the stage.
Right.
Like these are things you have to respect in this game. So if you don't put that fear into people and you just let me land, like neutral land and grab you with whatever character, then that just gives me a whole new avenue to get out of disadvantage.
Right.
So that's something that with these Ridley players, Edboy particularly, took to the fullest in that match. But let's get into winners finals now at Midwest LAN.
Yumu versus Josh King, two very skilled players. Big reputations behind them going at you in winners finals. Best of 5. Yumu quick to get things started with a grab and a double up air. Very nice. Maybe giving Game & Watch a little bit of his own medicine.
Yep, this is going to be an up B out of shield game.
Yeah, for real.
Sure. Very different style of gameplay than the double Ridley matchup that we saw previously. It's a little bit more conservative. You're going to extend your strings and then just try to reset on their landing.
And that's definitely going to be the texture of the whole game here. As both players just hunt for an opportunity to get something started.
Especially on this big stage. There's just going to be so... What?
Found him!
Hello?
Found him. He's out of here! Dang, Josh King instantly swinging that momentum around with that down smash. And we're seeing a lot of smash attacks thrown.
Mario, he reared back to F smash. He put out his own spicy meatball, and the down smash just clean beat it. It wasn't a trade, clean won. That is insane.
Yeah, because I believe the hammer is a disc trade.
It's a giant. Fantastic.
Josh King making great use of that there, but Yumu not letting the momentum die as he tries to get something started here. Ooh, nice. Maneuvers around that bacon very well. I believe it's a sausage, technically, according to the Game & Watch poll.
It's an assortment of breakfast meats. That's what I call it. Yeah, that one's a fish. There's definitely a fish in there.
Oh my
There's
God.
Definitely bacon and some sausage.
They're really diversifying the meat selection.
Whoa!
Ooh, not quite gonna do it. That is surprising to me. I guess just because of how big PS2 is, it's not gonna kill all the time.
Yumu really is not letting Josh King get away with those up Bs out of shield, right? So if Yumi is a little bit too aggressive on the get off me option with the up B out of shield, Mario can jump on these platforms on Stadium, get up there and hit him, and at least make you pay the price a little bit. So that seems to be the game plan here for Yumu. Now he's trying to get back into the neutral stage here. Yeah, see, look at that. That's exactly what I was mentioning.
Yeah, he went up high and like, it played out exactly how you said.
Yumu made sure to get up there, double jump down air, and down air is so strong, especially when Mario's got a little bit of rage in the back pocket. That's definitely enough to KO Game & Watch, one of those lighter characters in the game.
Right, yeah. And but Yumi just trying to like slice his way back, or Josh King trying to get his way back on stage with down B.
What?
Both players?
Huh?
What just happened?
Yumu had no jump, but he like he up-B'd into the up-B of Game & Watch and lived?
Yeah, he just didn't
What the-
die at 134? That's some jank right there.
He like air dodged really early to try and like, I guess, bait the low.
Oh! Oh,
That was,
right.
I'm still puzzled by that interaction, even as Yumu's like trying to kill Game & Watch here cleanly off the top of the stage.
Just going for a road. That was perplexing, but Josh King desperately trying to keep Yumu in the air. He's at 97% on the blast stock and he does not want to die. But oh, there's that throw, and that should be it.
He slipped right by the neutral, got up a Yumi, and got that 2-stock sealed and dealed for Yumi.
Busting out the Mario. Interesting to see.
Yumi's got like 30 different characters he can play in bracket at a pretty potent level.
Yeah,
Mario's one of his stronger ones, if you ask me. Lucina's up there.
Yeah, no, because I've seen his Lucina do a lot of work. I haven't personally witnessed his Mario so much, so it's pretty exciting to see.
#1 seed at this event.
Unsurprisingly.
Very highly rated on either the Illinois or Wisconsin power rankings, whichever he chooses to be. He's been on both. He flirts with both regions.
He's got the cream of the crop. Pick up the litter.
Very strong player, no doubt.
Interesting. Going his smash build here.
And again, look at him chase down these. That's
Right,
the name
yeah.
of the game.
Right, and he still has the, he's got one less platform to work with, but hey, that's still a platform to work with.
He gets up there again, make sure to get a double jump.
Yeah, expertly using that, well, I don't know, he's using that Mario flood very well to keep Yumi as far away from him as possible, really taking advantage of every spare moment.
You just use it to reset a situation. It's like a free reset to neutral if you get it fully charged.
That makes a lot of
And
sense.
if you use it properly.
Making pretty good use of it. In addition to just everything else in his kit to keep Josh King boxed out here.
Very much respecting that down smash. See that? Just dash away. Doesn't even want to challenge it.
He learned after last game.
He shields another down smash and just jumps to like kind of reset on the center platform too. Not even going to try to do anything out of shield.
Catches him with that down tilt also. Very smart. Or I believe it was dash attack.
Yeah, dash attack. That dash attack catching the ledge on a 2-frame, that's like classic Mario attack. Back air, also a classic way to seal the stock, even from center stage on Game & Watch.
Drop kick straight to the face. Very good shield. Not going to go for the punish though.
All those Game & Watch smash attacks, they look like you can punish them on shield, but they're just deceptive.
Yeah, they're crazy. And oh man! Every time Yumu gets that, I always think it's gonna kill, but it has yet to. But
That will.
that spicy meatball is gonna do some work here.
That was a sour spot too. That definitely wasn't the sweet spot of the forward smash. That might have killed like 10% earlier.
Huh.
But all right,
Speaking of,
Game & Watch on the board.
yeah, again with these down smash setups, that we've seen Josh can get a lot of work out of those spacing those down smashes really well, and using them as lead stocks.
Ooh, okay. I actually thought there was a potential forward air spike in that situation, but Yuma playing a little bit more conservatively with his lead that he has.
Yeah, I mean, it is game 2, and you are up a game, but I can still see not wanting to take that risk in that situation, especially because I feel like Yumu, like I saw when, whoa, wow,
Double down
smash, just going for it.
I don't know what would have been a better choice.
Yeah, really though.
Like you could sour the knockback of your F smash, I guess, for a little bit more damage, but you weren't even at the ledge. Mario's kind of chunky, so
Yeah, he's a chunky plumber.
and they're almost enough to KO.
Yumu just being very precise, being very patient, and again,
The wall of bears.
facing that bear, yeah. Oh my god. That was like watching like a wall of swords just like advance towards Josh King.
Mm-hmm.
And just got him right in his throat. That was vicious.
There was another interesting interaction that started up that entire bear wall on the side. Is Yumu started with a sour spot back here that actually hit Game & Watch out of his up smash, which that was a move that used to have so much intangibility on it. It started like frame 4 or something. Like as soon as Game & Watch would start charging the up smash and smash 4, he'd be invincible. And he could use it to like even parry some moves. And you had invincibility forever, but now the invincibility comes out much later when he actually swings his head.
Oh.
And you can challenge it as Yumu expertly did in the center stage to set up that stock.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay.
There's the 9. Not going to do too much for him, though.
Now in this game, Yumi has to use another judgment because you can't get 2 9s in a row.
Oh, I see. Yeah, he's gonna have to find the time to reset it if he wants to go for that 90 now. But I don't know if that's
Anytime you knock Mario off stage, will be enough time to do it. But
Yeah.
you might just die here.
Oh my gosh! Again, not quite. Josh King with I think it's pretty good DI to live that at that percent. At that height. But tries to catch him with a bomb, but just a second too early. Again, Yumu respecting the down smash a lot there. It's been his nemesis these 2 games so far. He's not eager to get by it again.
He's gonna super jump punch straight through an edge guard situation. That's one thing that's nice about playing as Mario versus these Game & Watch ledge traps is you can just intangibility your way through a bunch of them. Okay, calm down.
Goes deep.
Everyone's trying to style on everyone here. And there again, the up smash gets hit by the neutral air.
Yeah.
Just kind of like softly knocked away Game & Watch when he was charged it.
Yeah, Yumu definitely displaying a lot of knowledge in the matchup, but not enough knowledge to avoid that mid-air nair from Game & Watch. Very nice on Josh King's part. Fair.
Well, Yumu does have a pretty solid Game & Watch of his own. I've seen him play Game & Watch in a couple of weird matchups.
Oh, interesting. So yeah, it seems like that character, like, knowledge is really coming into play here.
However, he is starting to get lapped a little bit on this stock. He's got to find a way to seal the KO. And this is what can be tricky with Mario, is when you don't have that lead, you might just be scrambling to get a stock.
Right, yeah, and we've seen one of Josh King's strengths be just keeping his opponent at a disadvantage, and he catches the fall with up smash there, 2 stocks ahead.
But now you're in very much dire straits here if you're Yumu. But you are up 2 games to 0 total in the set play.
Yeah, but man, that momentum swung around so quick. Yeah, Yumi just.
Ooh, lingering dash attack again, doing a ton of work.
Classic Mario. Goes for his own up smash there. Oh,
lingering dash attack right back too.
Oh my
Definitely discount Mario versus regular Mario.
yeah, I believe in Melee. Most of Game Watch's moveset was actually based on Mario, which makes all this like whole exchange kind of funny. But
is this gonna be a 3-stock from Yumi?
yeah, that would be. Wow, yeah, Yumi's at 122. Oh, lands the backer though. Is he gonna be able to seal the deal? Oh no!
All right, JV 3-stock.
JV 3-stock. Yeah, we'll call it there.
That's fine, I suppose. So Yumi does scrap a game, and he looked pretty confident in that one. We'll have to see if he can win 2 more on the counter pick of Yumu, and he goes immediately to Yoshi's story. Doesn't even like beat around the bush there.
Yeah. I wonder if those angled ledges are going to come into play here in this matchup at all. We'll find out.
They can be really janky for when Game & Watch gets a hit on them in particular, with things like down tilt. Just such a great angle.
Oh, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. And also,
But Mario's going for this.
yeah, wow. Oh,
Look at
yeah.
that.
Oh my
Just
god.
died.
Oh my god. Yeah. It's in that 1.2% and 20 seconds on the clock.
You were wondering why none of those ladder combos are killed, because you weren't on Yoshi's story, and you weren't on the high platforms to reset, and the low ceiling to just seal the deal. So there you have it.
The sealing the deal.
Blew him up.
Yeah, jeez. And this is your, man, if you get your stock deleted like that in potentially your last game, that's got to be a terrifying proposition.
That was like a Neo combo,
Yeah, for real.
but a Yumu combo instead.
A new move combo. Yumi trying to get something started with these up air strings.
Again, look at how much respect he has for all these get-out-of-jail combos, or moves that Game & Watch has, and he kills him again!
Just not letting him descend, just playing very smartly around that Game & Watch down air. Waiting for his opportunity, and just racking up the percent, giving him his advantage, and when he...
Is he dead again?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh, oh.
Look how close he was in the little magnifying glass.
God, yeah, not quite at 39. All right, Josh King is going to get on the board here, thankfully, but we're going to see if Yumu can get some cheese started again. Jeez, this is nuts.
This is exactly where we might see some judgment attempts. And he threw it out, but he died anyway.
Yeah. Oh, not quite. That down air not going to be quite as effective as that up B and getting the kill. Oh, there it is again, but again.
Neutral Air 2 Judgment is a combo that Yumi might be fishing for here.
But it looks like he might have to reset his judgment again.
No, he threw out another one.
Oh,
Went down to like, I think it was a 6. If you don't really care if we get a 6.
Yeah. Ground smash not quite going to ground him that time.
Oh, okay, he had that air dodge.
He's out of jumps. Oh, but he makes it back regardless. Great recovery on Josh King's part. We've seen Yumu be so effective at catching him with that lingering dash.
That should be an KO on the
Yeah.
stage. Yep. See you later.
Watches late. Wait. And that's all she wrote, folks.
Yumu with a raffle stomp of a game 4. There isn't really much of a better way to say it.
I feel like he was just waiting to lose that game, a game, so he could counterpick to Yoshi's story, and then
Let me immediately get the Twitch clip.
Yeah.
I'm gonna waste 0 time. I'm gonna get the Twitch clip and move on 3-1 into Grands on winner's side. Yumu looks almost unstoppable
Yeah.
in this field of combatants here at Midwest Lane.
Right, especially in such a small pool too. He's just coming in. He's like a meteorite, dude. He's just like smacking into the small town gathering we got here. But still exciting to see like top players and like maybe some lesser known ones who don't get to top 8s as much.
So who are looking to make a name for themselves and get some VODs up so they can review them later.
Yeah.
It's a good time by all. Good time by all. And we will have Squad Strike after this. I don't know if that will be streamed,
but it will be pretty hype.
It will be hype. I wish I could stay for Squad Strike. My Squad Strike lineup is sweet.
Oh yeah? Who you rocking with?
Yoshi, Wolf, Banjo.
Oh, nice.
It's a sweet lineup. I'm a big fan of it.
That's sick. Get some grenade action, some egg action.
Banjo's my anchor because if he just like you spawn in, you just immediately Wonder Wing because I'm a scrub, and you know what? It works.
Yeah, shoot. That's when you only get one stock with a character, being able to move is good.
All right, so here we go. Losers semifinals.
Ridley versus Luigi. Now this is going to be interesting. Ridley has a lot of range to work with, I feel, with these big, meaty aerials and ability to stuff Luigi out here. But
yeah, Ridley's going to play this matchup like a sword character would.
Right.
Just kind of want to keep him at arm's length. Using that long neutral air, the forward air, all those tilts on the ground, just keep this Luigi in the corner. So if Luigi gets in one time, we talked about the combo weight and the combo foodness. That really is. Okay, watch out.
Yeah. Oh, God. I don't even know if you want to shield here. Just the threat of that grab. Oh, man. But
now, these two did play in winners, and I believe Edboy got the better of Neo.
Yeah, I think, yeah, I believe so. And we're going to see how the rematch goes here.
Wow, he can sweep about that forever, but it might not even matter. That back air almost enough to take ultimate
There's
stock.
the command grab. Is that going to be it? Yes, it is. From all the way across the stage, too. Man, such an effective kill streak.
It's a great whip punish.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
It's just like a burst movement option that comes out of nowhere, and it's kind of hard to mash out of.
Yeah.
So you can see it be very effective with CLB stock shooting from across the stage.
What's your job?
Okay, he should be dead, right?
Yeah. Oh, no. Manages to slip right on out.
It is a 0 to 84.
Right, yeah. Oh, man. Near with these airs, just like bopping Edboy. Chilling on the ledge.
It's just a great ranged option, just putting out that there. Look at that, it clanked with the move and just allowed Luigi an opportunity to get in and continue this ledge trap.
Right, yeah, Neo seems very interested in fighting Edboy on his own terms here. Really trying to range him out, just like Edboy's trying to range him out. With these fireballs and these airs.
Yeah, it's just a ledge trap game. And now just holding the center stage, not allowing this Ridley to get in at all edgewise.
It's definitely like a game of keep out here.
Oh, that's almost enough to KO. That up air hits like a truck.
Yeah, jeez, just tapping straight to the heart of the ball. And there's the Luigi Tornado, and that's going to seal the deal on the other hand. But, Edboy got a lot of percent for his troubles, so we're going to see if he can even the stocks up here. Oh, wow. Misfire clanking with the fireballs there.
Yeah, those fireballs can be really nasty off stage versus Luigi too, but he found that perfect angle. And okay, Edboy being very tricky. Empty hopping in, jumping back to the platform, command grabbing back. The movement on this Ridley is very fun to watch, but Neo not really too cool.
Good parry, but he can't quite convert. Goes in. He's going to have to find something quick here. Yeah, just there,
Yeah, there's a
throwing out.
There's a plunger, there's a fireball everywhere. Now all of a sudden it's Edboy's job to get in.
Yeah, no, like Neo has really flipped the script on him here. Oh, there's that dash attack. Can't quite maneuver around it. And then, oh no! Oh.
Edboy's pretty much an expert with the recovery of this character. He's not going to fall victim to anything in that situation. But now he gets the ledge trap that he wants. Let's see if this can lead to a smash attack or some kind of way to steal the stock. Oh, the command grab just barely missed.
The end lag on that is so punishable too. Ooh, looks like Neo thought that was going to cross up, but it didn't quite. There's the command grab again. Nash can do it. Edboy at 99. Can he make it back? There's the grab, and into the upbeat, the Neo special! And he's out of here.
I shouldn't be surprised that that hit, but it always surprises me when that hits.
Right, yeah, because like the zoom in, the animation, you're always just like, wait, what? Are you supposed to recover with that?
It's such a goofy kill confirmed.
I know, right? And Luigi's just going like...
And I mean, it's Ridley, right? Ridley's going to have to take those lumps. Edboy not in his head a little bit. I think he knows the mistakes he made, like just overextending a little bit.
Right, yeah. You gotta be very careful about getting impatient in this matchup too. Because like, again, if Neo just gets that key grab, then it's lights out for Edboy here. Man, they're trading fireballs. Slinging some projectiles around. Ooh, nice parry into the Nair. That was some conversion there. Yeah,
and buying him a ton of space. This is what you need. You need to put Luigi in the corner. Don't allow him to be in center stage where he's putting all those fireballs around and those plungers around.
Right, yeah, he's really playing a lot more patient than he had with those last few stocks. It's like how we saw him at the start of the last game. Giving Neo a lot of space, but spacing him very well.
And landing parries on those fireballs is also pretty important, just to give the minimum amount of shield advantage on that move. But now it's going to be Neo pushing the buttons here, getting inside.
Now that the platforms are gone, Neo looking a little more confident. Oh!
He's fine. But then you try to push that button a little too much. You see those karate chop forwarders try to come in, but the range advantage from Edboy, it'll win the day, at least for now.
That long tail just stuffing them out. Neo going in. Both players giving each other a lot of space here. Nice. Yeah, Edboy's very, like as you said, he's very precise with the aerial movement here. You saw him space precisely around that Luigi empty hop and just get that Nair punch.
Now in the Final Destination portion, there's no platform to help relieve this pressure, but okay. Ooh, you're gonna pay for that with an up smash. And oh, that was almost enough to kill.
Oh, White. Oh! Is he gonna make it back?
What the heck was that?
Oh my god! Talk about a reverse edge guard. That was crazy. He was just like, he was like, what? Oh, I'm down here, I guess. It's come to down here.
And good DI. He DI'd into Luigi there, trying to avoid that 0-to-death conversion, and allowed him to relieve a bunch of space, and even reverse the fortunes there with the back air to seal up Luigi. Go up 2 stocks to 1.
Yeah, now he's almost a full stock ahead here. Playing very smart. Oh, stuffs out that down air with his own aerial. Oh, nice. And now he's just saucing all over him.
And he's slipping and sliding all over the place with these forward tilts.
He's really mixing up his movement, trying to make himself hard to read.
Yeah, trying to get that single fireball. And now with no resources left,
wow.
yeah, I think that was just some I know I'm dead DI. Because like the double jump was gone. I don't think there's really any way for Neo to get back in that situation. It was a fantastic suite of pressure put on by Edboy.
Right, yeah, no, Edboy was looking very, very precise with his edge turning there. Not giving you a chance to get in. I think Town and City really worked out for him there because you saw, you know, he wasn't dying so early. He had a lot of space to work with, a lot of space to keep Luigi out in. I feel like this is like kind of theory crafting on my part, but I think Luigi's a lot more advantage in post space than Episode so deadly, and Ridley has a lot more tools to leverage the range than Luigi does.
More space is generally good for Ridley. Less space, like a more smaller stage, and that's what we see here. We're going to Smash. One of the smallest stages in the format is going to be a little bit more of an advantage for Luigi.
Yeah, we're going to see.
There's less space to run away from just this very oppressive combo game, and so it's going to be Neo's opportunity to take a 2-1 lead. I do believe this is the best of 5. It's a best of 5.
No! An early SD is going to get Edboy off to an early start here. Wow, that is unfortunate.
You hate to see that, especially at this far in the bracket.
But
oh,
he got the super jump punch. It doesn't even matter. Evening up the stock count like that. Wow.
blew him to smithereens. That's one way to make up for an SD. I think we saw that in the Shade set too, where Neo SD'd pretty early and then just got a super combo to just blow up the Pichu player.
Right, yeah, he's showing a lot of mental strength, not letting these SDs get to him at all.
So anyway, it's a Smash 4 game, 2 stocks.
Yeah. 2 stocks, Smashville. Oh, wow. Zair after Zair.
Yeah, don't let him get up at all.
Plunging him out.
That lingering hitbox is just so useful, but now Edboy turning things around in a flash as he goes very hard with this up smash, even chasing further with the forward air, but not going to find the mark.
These meaty aerials just not letting Luigi descend, keeping him at disadvantage. Dunk Fireball, though. Maybe Neo's got an opportunity here. Oh, parry. Oh, whoa! That was a split-second sequence. That was like parry into shield the aerial into...
Yeah, Edboy thought he had like a sure punish on that parry that wasn't meant to be, and those lingering aerials, you can just run in there with the intangibility to start that super jump punch and just clean someone up.
Yeah, now Neo's up. This game is crazy.
And Misfire even aiding in the low recovery.
Catches him with that odd, like, just moving on stage with that Luigi tornado. Hits the ladder combo. Alright, charging straight in. That's gonna...
You always got to hit someone with that one time.
Yeah.
That's one of those moves where you get hit with it once and you're like, okay, I deserve that. 'Cause that move hits like a truck.
Yeah.
I love doing that with Wolf, like using his up B just like right into someone's face. No one ever expects that.
Yeah, just charging straight in.
But again, it only works one time.
Oh, yeah.
Next time Edboy does that, he's probably going to eat free to the face.
Oh, yeah. Especially when, like, Luigi has that much kill power and he's at this high of a percent. The card, the deck...
Oh, but Edboy gets a great read on this platform.
God, yeah, reads the roll.
Oh no! Not like this!
The meatball! He just...
Even Edboy's shaking his head. He's like, man, I hit you with that.
Neo just opened Edboy's door and he got a meatball to the face. Jeez.
That's like one of the best moves at just destroying a neutral getup. And then you had all day to just hit the get up attack button. That's all you had to hit.
Yeah.
The get up attack button.
It was
that has full intangibility in this game. You just come up and kick him with your feet, and then you reset the situation.
Chill on stage for so long too. And
of course, it's easy for me to say that. I would have totally gotten into that.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
Well, yeah.
It's just, you know, with so many factors going on, and I don't believe Edboy really used that forward smash as a kill too much this match. We've seen more dash attack and side B.
Now you're right. He's been going for some other stuff in general.
Right. Yeah. So maybe it was out of Neo's mind, and he wasn't expecting it. Like, and as you said earlier, if you're not expecting the spicy meatball, you're gonna get meatballs. Starting things off early, getting him below the stage. But now in trained position.
At the same time, Neo did SD at 0 in that game, and he still almost brought it all the way back.
Yeah, and that's man, that's got to make it that much more crushing too.
But that's why he knows that his counter pick works, because he actually played incredibly well in that game, despite falling into a very early deficit.
Right. Yeah.
So stick to your game plan, stick to Smashville, run it back in game 4.
Your route to victory is still going to be the same.
Exactly. Now respecting that, of course.
Yeah.
But you get a deletion combo in response.
Send him to the moon there with that down.
Talk about magnet hands. I really thought that Edboy might have just missed that. But... Now Neo's starting to move and groove.
Yeah, response to the tech with a dash attack. That was the trade Edboy was looking for.
Yeah, you see the power of that move, the dash attack. I think that killed him at like 105, 110.
Yeah.
Just blew him up. But now, okay, you get trapped on that platform, you see what Ridley can do.
Oh, baby! There it is again, and Edboy is just roaring back into this game. Oh my god.
Look at this blow for blow between these two competitors.
They're just going nuts on each other.
This has been fun.
Yeah, no, it's definitely been a game of like, one of them has suffered like an early setback, so they need to like respond quickly, and then they just respond so quickly. Like they're both definitely up to the challenge.
Oh, but
He's
then
sitting at 80% here. Nice, that misfire's gonna carry him right into.
Whoa, what a combo! Look at these turnarounds!
He's going in! Oh my god! He just carried him across the stage.
That might be the crazy. I've seen a lot of crazy Neo combos today. That might be the craziest Neo combo I've ever seen. He landed like fair to quadruple turnaround up airs.
That was
Reverse to the back air. That was deletion.
Every move was like a mix-up. Neo, like Edboy was trying to squirm his way out of that, and Edboy was like, or Neo was like, no, you're coming with me, kid.
That was
getting out of here. Oh my god.
What a ridiculous turnaround and what a ridiculous comeback. This is the game 5 that we are all very happy to see between these two very explosive gentlemen bringing out some awesome punish games to Midwest land.
The Luigi hat's on.
Neo is Luigi, dude.
Yeah, dude, he really is.
No one is more excited for Halloween than Neo.
He's the platonic embodiment of Luigi.
Luigi's Mansion 3 comes out. I'm actually pretty hyped for that game. I think it's going to be pretty fun.
Oh, nice. Yeah, that's a Switch show, right?
Yeah, I actually like Dark Moon. Some people kind of give it a bad rap, but I like that game a lot.
No, Luigi Mansion's definitely classic.
Yeah, it looks like 3 is going to be going a little bit more back to the roots of it. Just one big giant mansion to explore. It should be a fun game.
Nice.
Anyway, let's get into game 5. We're back in Stadium.
This is the best Switch game, Smash Brothers Ultimate.
It's alright.
Yeah, it's okay.
It's fine.
6 out of 10. Ooh.
Okay, now the pressure off stage is very violent, but save the resources all the way, allowing Neo to recover.
Yeah, Edboy not looking too eager to go deep there, but he catches him with the fireballs again. Oh my god! Wow.
Those fireballs just put on so much pressure, and the resources from Luigi off stage burn one of them a little too early.
Very
get caught.
Very convincing, but we've seen Edboy take a very convincing stock and then immediately
get hit right back. But that's exactly why Edboy spaced that nair the way he did. He faded as far back as possible because we've seen Neo hit those nairs with the super jump punch out of shield if the spacing was just even a little bit off. So Edboy adapting in this game 5.
Yeah, showing a lot of respect. And that's the key here, is respect.
Yeah, don't challenge that up B off stage. I learned that the hard way playing some of these Ridley players in bracket.
Oh god, yeah, it's such a such a meaty move. Oh, there's the command grab. Not quite gonna do it at this percentile.
Everyone should be able to make it back.
Yeah.
It's a tricky recovery, but Edboy's fine.
Yeah, both characters rocking a pretty great recovery here. But they also both have fireballs to stub each other out, so. It's cat and mouse. Who's the cat and who's the mouse is not change. Oh, there's that tornado though. Should even it up here.
Yep.
He's sitting at 130.
Parries through the mix-up potential, but Edboy still has a very nice lead, 130 to 0. But you know what you got to play around the grab in this spot.
Right. I wonder, is it possible that the rage could potentially offset the grab combos and do too much on that?
Well, we're about to find out.
Oh my god, doesn't look like it at all. Oh my god, he is savaging Edboy right now. He is all over him.
Well, he wasn't able to lead into the jump punch, so he had to adapt the combo a little bit there. That might be due to rage. Who knows?
Yeah, but he is going a long way towards evening things up here. Man,
that's Luigi in a nutshell, dude.
It's so crazy. Oh, but there's the command grab.
No mashing out of that one at that percent, so see you later.
He's 116 for his troubles, though. Nice. Quite impressive. And
oh, caught him with the very edge.
Last stock, last game. Both players at 0% here.
This was a very large lead for Edboy that has kind of evaporated.
Right, yeah, they are just like destroying each other's teams left and right. Misfires.
I don't know if that's what he meant to do, but you know what? Fine. Okay.
Now, oh, here it is. Ooh, here, Edboy managed to swarm his way out of that one.
Yeah, he mixed up the DI. He started by DIing in and then switched off one of the other hits. He was able to air dodge through it, so staying alive in this spot.
Yeah, very smart. Definitely adapted with it. Oh, there's the spike! Oh my god! Neo with the comeback.
Out of nowhere with the plunger to spike, and that is a run back of extreme proportions for Neo, who makes it to losers finals at Midwest Land.
And now he's facing Josh King. Not missing a beat here.
That was a crazy set.
That was nuts. That was nuts. That was
highlight of the day so far, definitely, guys.
Yeah.
If you missed that, be sure to check out the VOD. That was
beautiful.
Such crazy punish games from both players.
Yeah, that was just absolutely incredible. I am a big fan of
both.
Yeah, no, that was.
So Edboy will fall 4th place. We have 2 Mario Brothers and a fake Mario Brother. The original Mario Brother, Mr. Game & Watch.
Yeah.
Hanging out in losers finals and grand finals of this bracket. One of these players is going to get to fight Yumu for the chance to win 1st place and a bigger chunk of that $250 pot bonus here at Midwest Land. So let's see if Neo can upset Josh King. I do believe we did finally make it down to the 1, 2, 3 seats
Yeah.
remaining in the bracket.
Yeah, I think if anyone can upset Josh King at this tournament, it's going to be Neo. We've seen him play so precisely and so explosively. And really good at getting out of disadvantage, too. So, in every game.
Well, Mr. Game & Watch is definitely a different pace of matchup because you're going to be seeing definitely less tight combos because if your combo is off by just like a millisecond, you're going to see a trampoline come right out of it. And look at that punish. You overextended a second.
Yeah, jeez. Josh King give him no room to breathe, no slack. There's that jab. Locking him in the corner. Oh my god.
He's not dead.
He's not dead, but that was like 32% off a rapid jab. Jeez.
Have you seen the Isabel Infinite where you can get someone in a rapid jab in the corner?
Oh yeah.
You can do like 150% on like half of it if you hit him right.
The Isabel wobble or whatever it's called.
Isabel wobble, yeah.
The wobble. Thankfully, man, people already hate Game & Watch. Can you imagine if you had a ledge wobble? That would be so stupid.
Game & Watch does not need a wobble. Do not give Game & Watch a wobble.
It's like Nintendo Direct, but instead of announcing Cherry Bogard, it's just give Game & Watch a wobble. Have fun, guys.
Game & Watch is Meta Knight now. Enjoy.
PS5 jumps.
Ooh, scary pressure.
Yeah.
That lingering chair on the ledge. I'm actually shocked I was able to punish the super jump punch, but you know what? Game & Watch is weird.
Yeah, he's a quirky dude. Both two quirky characters just going at it here. But one of them is taking a convincing lead. But I feel like I said like Neo's opponent has a convincing lead like every game, and it's never lasted. But now Josh King is 2 stocks ahead, which is quite the pick to be in.
And you know what? I didn't notice this at all when we were commentating the Yumu set. Yumu never used fireballs really versus Josh King.
Oh yeah.
And now you see probably why, because 2 of those fireballs are already hitting the bucket by Mr. Game & Watch. But
that oil.
And the oil panic does carry over between stocks.
Oh, does it?
So it's not cleared off. He does have 2 in the pocket here in case a 3rd fireball does come out.
And it is a very deadly kill move too. I'm not sure what the setups are into it, but I'm sure Josh King knows them. And if he gets a chance to use them, he's just gonna pour that oil all over Neo.
Well, the recovery is pretty linear, Luigi, don't forget, so you can just kind of throw it out there if you expect him to do a missile at a particular angle. It's going to hit him in the face.
Right, yeah, and there it is!
Or just jab one, dude.
Wow, jeez.
Maybe just jab one to bucket. That's fine.
Mr. Game & Watch.
That you saw.
I hate Game & Watch so much.
Like, okay, you got the 9. All right, you got the uppy out of shield, and then like, if you want to use projectiles,
Jab
space
one,
them out.
bucket.
Jab one.
Super Smash Brothers Ultimate. Are you sure it's the best Switch game? There's still time to take it back.
I might be switching my opinion on that one.
You know, there's Breath of the Wild, there's Fire Emblem 3 Houses, there's Mario Odyssey, which is 2 years old today, by the way. Happy birthday to Super Mario Odyssey. Nice. I read that on Twitter this morning. Anyway,
Hey, if Yumu wins, then it'll be appropriate.
Neo wins, it'll be appropriate, because again,
Oh yeah, Mario. wins.
Halloween is when Luigi's Mansion.
Maybe he's getting that Halloween power-up in this game. We'll find out. But he's eating some jabs right now.
Not quite a wobble, but did some pretty good damage.
Yeah, no, you see Josh can trap him on that ledge and get so much off that jab.
I do appreciate that, like Sakurai said, we're going to make all of the jabs auto-finish and make them completely normal, but then just kind of ignored Game & Watch. It's like, you can have your old jab.
Yeah. I feel like Game & Watch is like the weird gremlin creature you keep in the basement.
You can see,
Sakurai doesn't like
that.
acknowledging him. Oh, wow.
Nowhere for Luigi to go. He had to burn that missile, and as soon as the missile is in lag, you just go out there with your little turtle,
Man.
blow him up.
Oh, there's the apples getting his Manchan.
You'll take that dash attack for the 3 apples. I do believe that's a winning trade.
Oh,
but if you get hit by a super jump punch, it's not.
Oh man, he was going hyper speed here. The dash dance.
Oh, and look at that. You have all day. Because the fireball is so slow, you have all day to aim them exactly how you want. But
It's like,
oh no, he missed the most important hit.
no, he could have gotten ahead with that super jump punch, but not quite. Both players trying to space each other out with their projectiles here. Nice. Neo fading back to avoid that down smash.
That was a great fade.
But, oh wow. Doesn't quite get the hitbox he was looking for there. And there's that tornado. Not quite gonna do it. PS2, a very big stage.
Give it another try, might as well, but not going to kill this time.
Ooh. Nice jab punish. Trying to leave his way into advantage here.
what?
Wow, what?
Oh, Josh King did miss-space that bomb, right? He was right in Neo's face. Neo thought he could just jump punch at the time. But instead, I think he was just a little slow on the trigger, and then the bomb flew up. Because if you hit that bomb with any kind of challenging move, it nullifies it. It just doesn't do anything.
Right.
So if he had done that super jump punch in the proper time, I do think he had the right idea on that punish. It's just he missed it.
Right, yeah. Oh, man.
Kind of unfortunate here for Neo, but he's still not in a bad spot.
See if he can maybe... Yeah, Josh King just swarming his way out. Really making advantage of Game & Watch's more tricky recovery. We see him using the bucket to maybe shield himself from fireballs and also drift a little bit.
Yeah, and unfortunately, like all these kill confirms Luigi does have in his back pocket, he's just out of the percent at 160% on the part.
Oh, no. I think it was a little too low. And that's going to be game 2 for Josh King.
That jump might have been gone at some point.
Yeah,
I have to think that if he went that low.
Right, yeah. No, that's the only... I don't think Neo would just forget he had a jump.
Mm. Well, so here we go to game number 3. Josh King got a 2-0 lead, looking for a run back with Yumu. And remember, Yumu kind of gave him the soft. I've never really seen Game & Watch just be that accurately dismantled in my life. Like, it's so clear and evident that Yumu knows the matchup. So I'm excited to see an adaptation there if Josh King does get the run back. But Neo does have life left in him in Losers Finals.
Yeah, it would be funny if Neo won and we got Luigi versus Mario Grand Finals.
I actually am not sure if we'd see Yumu stick on Mario. If that were the case, he might go another character. Because again, Yumu has like 30 different characters to play. So.
Yeah, he's got a lot of dudes in the toolbox to work with.
But it's looking more and more like Yumi wants that run back. Look at this, 86%, almost unanswered here in game number 3.
Neo wants to get there. It's going to be an uphill battle. But, oh man, and Josh King is just not letting them climb onto the peak here. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, but there he goes, taking the first stock with throwing out the super jump punch.
Yumi did like an empty land into shenanigans. Like he was trying to do empty land into up smash and use that invulnerability to parry. But again, there's less invulnerability than in previous games.
Right.
That's what allowed Neo in.
And once you let Neo in, that is a very big risk. And he's getting 40% off that one grab. Ooh, up there.
Yeah, that up could have led to Imagination, but again, DIing into Luigi is usually the best escape route. Luigi can read that DI, but you have to prove to them first that, like, yes, I know how to DI out of your combos, and then they have to do some adaptations from there.
It seems like it usually works the first time. Good shield. Oh, can't quite get the punish, though. That would have been nuts. Grab. Oh, there it is!
He finds it.
Oh my god, Neo really busting out the moves for what could be his last game of the tournament. He's powering up, dude.
He's not on tournament stock yet, so...
Not quite yet, but he's... Oh, man.
This is Game & Watch's chance to even things up, though. He's going to go low for a bomb, and I really... That's an interesting choice, but you know what? Now Luigi's going to open up a can of worms.
Yeah, Neo's like leveled up his punish game. He is just getting right in Josh King's face. I feel like he's getting so much more out of every opportunity here.
Out of the last hit.
Wait, it's a heartbreaker for sure, but Neo isn't out of it yet.
Still on. Now he is on tournament stock.
Yeah, but
you can't get edge guarded here though, and you're in trouble.
Oh no!
Oh my goodness!
Oh,
that was the one thing you had to avoid, and Josh King clutches it.
That's got to be rough. Josh King expertly just schmoozing in there. He saw his opportunity. He was like, "This is how I delete the stock right now," and he just went for it. Neo was not able to respond. Man. All right.
That was Neo's best showing, and I really do feel like he was starting to figure out the matchup, like you said. Like his combo game, his punish game, versus Game & Watch specifically. You have to adapt it a lot, because remember, he has so many get-out-of-jail options with things like trampoline, things like the bucket taking away the fireballs, and it'll even reflect other projectiles, too. So I actually don't think it'll reflect the plunger. We didn't see that interaction too much. But
yeah, no, I don't believe so.
But... You have to combo Game & Watch differently than any other character in the game. He's very much an anti-meta character in that respect.
Right.
And we saw Neo start to adapt to it. I think it was just too little too late. And of course, Josh King, he's got so many tricks in his back pocket that he's able to really go deep for the final edge guard. And he probably like had that one saved up like for some set play. Right?
Yeah.
It's like, okay, I could have gone for this in Game 1 or Game 2, but I'm going to save it for this one clutch moment as Neo was starting to figure out the matchup. So good on Josh King to make the grand finals here at Midwest Land 2-1. He will get the run back on Yumu. Yumu, curious what character.
Luigi? No, that's gotta be left from last game, right?
Yeah, he's got
Okay.
a left on Luigi right now.
Can you imagine, though? He was like, yep.
Yumu could probably play Luigi.
He is. He's doing it. He's doing it for Neo, dude.
He's doing it for me.
He's avenging him. Oh my god. All right, Josh King getting a bad case of deja vu here as Yumu's going Luigi into game 1 on PS2. Here, Midwest Midland.
And I do think we're going to see Yumu throw like almost 0 fireballs.
Oh, probably.
If we're in accordance with the way he played Mario.
And again, if he plays, he does have a lot of experience with Game & Watch, so he is very knowledgeable about the character.
Yeah, look at that. Look at that exact situation where Yumu was standing in the Pokeball in center stage. He just stood there and did nothing. That's usually a situation where Luigi would be like, this is a free fireball. Well, then he's going to use one in disadvantage and take everything I said and throw it out the window. But that was a situation where it's like, okay, neutral interaction. I can just throw out this fireball, but you can't do that against Game & Watch. You have to have a different plan of attack. Yeah, oh my goodness, that dash in.
Just a walk.
Horrifying.
When you walk in.
It's like, when is Luigi going to press that up B? That's exactly the fear that Yumu is trying to put into Josh King's heart.
He's like a horror movie character. I feel like these are both extremely quirky and weird characters to play, but...
And he waited for that trampoline up too.
Wow, he read that. He read the high recovery. Oh, he's getting in his face.
And he's not even throwing out any plungers, not throwing out any fireballs. He's just waiting.
Tech rolls in, but manages to shield just in time. Nice.
Oh, that could have been a B maybe.
Right, yeah, but we saw that lack of up smash intangibility come into play. Caught him with the sex stick there.
Neutral is pretty good for that. Not as good as it was in Smash 4, but still very strong move. Wow.
Wow, with that up smash, he's 2 stocks ahead.
Yumu just knows every single button that Josh King is going to press in this minute. Now he should be dead here.
Oh, they're going for it again. Oh, man.
Excuse me? He wanted a misfire.
He wants the forward jump punch. He wants it all. He wants the full course meal, and he's getting it. That's crazy 3-stock with Luigi of all characters. Oh my god. That was...
This man is nuts.
Yumu, what are you doing, dude? How are you this good with this many characters?
He's got the fundamentals. Like, he knew exactly what the panic buttons were going to be from Josh King when he was in the corner.
Yeah,
That's what set up that whole situation. Put Luigi in the corner. Or, I'm sorry, he put Game & Watch in the corner and stuck him there.
Yeah, and now Josh King's going for the spice here. Going Sheik as his counterpick here.
I do know that Josh King does have a Sheik. I don't think I've ever gotten to comment tweet it myself. I've seen it on just a couple of different, top 8 graphics from the weekly across the I just haven't gotten to witness this character yet. So this is a Smash 4 matchup if there ever was one.
Yeah.
Both these characters very relevant in that metagame.
Bring back Smash 4 Sheik.
No, stop that. The Smash 4 Sheik does not deserve to exist again.
The monkey's paw crazy.
But if you want to edgeguard a Luigi, Sheik's a pretty good pick to do so.
Oh, but
you know what?
Like edgeguard is going to come into play too much for that stock as Josh King, or Yumu just goes for the raw up B on Josh King here.
And no fear from Yumu. He goes off stage to double dip for a down air himself. Oh, you might be dead. Oh no, that down tilt I think was a choice.
Yeah, unfortunate, but not quite as funny as it could have been.
Maybe he meant to dash down tilt? I have to think that was the choice.
Yeah, probably trying to read the feedback. Not sure, but he's getting a lot of up. Oh! Josh King knowing exactly how long he can charge that down smash for to get his Oh my god! What just happened? He just teleported straight into Luigi's feet.
It's still hard to grab the ledge with that vanish. Remember, it was one of the easier moves to 2-frame in the game in Smash 4 when the character was super relevant. So taking advantage of that situation here is Yumu.
Yeah, just what? What was?
What did he do?
He taunted. He taunted and then he F-tilted. And Josh King died. Josh King is looking like he's searching for answers right now.
Is Josh King going to take a stock against Luigi?
No.
It's been 2 games.
It's been 2 games. It's been
2 characters.
And 2 characters and 0 stocks.
Go Banjo. I think Josh King does have a Banjo.
Oh, he's going Mars now.
Okay, I've never seen this.
Interesting.
I've never seen this, so this is news to me. And we'll have to see if the swordsman comes to play.
Trying to give Yumu a little of his own medicine here. okay in Mart.
Mart's pretty floaty. It's a good combo weight for Luigi, but all right, get off of me real quick.
Yeah, maybe he was looking. I mean, I'm not sure. Maybe he was looking to use that counter to totally escape pressure.
Yuma's still sharking. You see him right down below that platform. He did like a back or a forward throw and then just kind of waits. I'm gonna do something as soon as you press a button. So Yumi's got to be very, very careful about any of the buttons.
Right. Again, you see that counter. I think that might be what Yumi might be trying to leverage the range of Marth's sword and also the ability. Like even though Martha's pretty floaty, using that counter to escape disadvantage. Even though counter typically isn't a very good move. So I guess you gotta go for some of the orthodox if you want to be Yumo and Luigi here. But
And you can see that Yumi doesn't necessarily have the spacing down. Like he went for that down tilt. He's kind of like right in the face of Yumu. And now he's just gonna go for 98 of these up tilts in a row.
yeah, he played more than a bracket at all, and injury at grand finals from Lucha's side is quite the time to make a change like that.
Yeah, this is like 27 up tilts in a row. I feel like Yumu's unstoppable at this point.
Oh man, punishes that whip counter too. Yikes.
Like you said, he's a freight train. And he's
Okay, well.
not a single stock was taken from Yumu's Luigi in Midwest Land 21 as he becomes your grand champion.
He's doing the IRL taunt. Well, props to Yumu. Picking up the Luigi torch from Neo and sealing the deal.
I think the closest games Yumu played all day was his random dittos versus Shade.
Yeah, because he actually lost game 1, I believe.
Yeah.
Because his Shade's Falco sauced. That was.
He might have dropped games earlier in the bracket, but as soon as he got to winter semis, as soon as he got to like the characters he knows and loves, he just
he had the
ate
number.
people up, man.
Just
Ate them up.
Devoured them alive. Oh man.
So there you guys have it. Yumu is your grand champion of Midwest Land 21. I also wouldn't bet against him in Squad Strike.
Oh yeah.
Because as we've seen, he has pretty deep pockets when it comes to character choices. So
Yeah.
definitely would be putting down 20 bucks on that man, even if the odds are terrible. But he's a pretty heavy front runner in that bracket. I'm not sure if that will be streamed or not, but guys, it's been a fun tournament regardless.
Oh, yeah. 100%. We've seen a lot of great play, especially like the Ridley Ditto, that Neo versus.
Yeah, the Ridley Ditto was hype. Neo versus Ed Boy was hype. There were a lot of good matches today.
Yeah. No, it's been sick, guys. But so thanks for joining us here, and if we do manage to stream Squad Strike, we hope you'll join us.
I also heard
too.
rumor there might be a Tetris 99 tournament.
Oh yeah,
as well,
yeah.
So stick around for that. I believe that'll be streamed on the same channel. That should be hype.
And also this November, stick around for Thwacked. We got Squad Strike on Friday, and Saturday we got doubles and singles, and Meister and Goblin are going to be there. So if you want to test your skills against some of the best in the region,
The best Game & Watch in the world, who I believe is tearing it up right now at Summit.
oh yeah,
Meister's having a good day.
Yeah. If you want to meet someone good
Last I
enough
checked,
to-
he was still in winners, but I haven't looked at the bracket in a little bit.
I'll have to check that after the stream.
So yeah,
I'm
Squad
rooting
Strikes
for him.
Friday, singles and doubles Saturday. Should be a really fun time. The UGS guys, they throw a great tournament, so
Oh, yeah.
definitely check it out.
100%.
And until then, that's it for us. I had a great time casting with you, my bud.
Yeah, you too, dude.
Always a
real.
pleasure. My name's Sturm. This is Jimmy
Jimmy
Millions. Hope you enjoyed the cast, and definitely check out those VODs and follow these guys if you enjoyed this excellent production they brought over to Midwest Land. Thanks again for having us. Always a pleasure. And we're going to take off for now. So, guys, take it easy.
Have a good one. Welcome to Tetris 99, straight from Midwest Land 21 here, and it looks like we got a 1v1 Tetris 9 LAN tournament, the first in the world.
Yeah, and of course, joining alongside me here, Jimmy from earlier here from Smash, and Jordan B with you. We're jumping straight into it. As you can see, the other individual has already been knocked out as prior.
Whoop.
Hold on here. So, setting some expectations for you guys. So the format is fairly simple. It's basically a 1v1 matchup between both players.
All
GG.
right. Looks like Eric's taking one for the team there.
Yeah, so matchups here. We got Sham facing against E. Boyer. E. Boyer, if you don't know who that man is by this point, you don't know the legacy. You don't know the tale of Mad City GG. So yeah, so the matchup's going to be fairly simple. If we're calling, it's a best of 3 that they'll face between each other. And pretty straight and narrow. You'll see kind of who's going to be able to take this away. Experience-wise, this will be a little treat for you guys. Let's use that as context here. So once again,
oh man, looks like Eric's getting targeted right off the bat. Wow.
yeah,
Everyone's gunning for him, and that's bad because the more you're targeted, you can get junk blocks that stuff up your bottom row, and that makes it really hard to.
waiting to see them use the. Yep,
Ooh,
there it is. But
nice
see,
eye.
creating that hole is a problem because you need to be able to create an effective Tetris to be able to maximize your score output. And right now they're inserting holes, but it doesn't necessarily need to happen. Like that was good. It wasn't a full blown Tetris, but it gave them a little bit of a help at least.
Yeah.
So if memory serves correctly here, Boyer's on top with Sham on the bottom, and so Jimmy, we come in with an expansive knowledge of maybe 4 minutes.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts about this matchup here and your takeaways from experience with Tetris? What are going to be some keys that are going to help effectively lead them to victory?
Well, I think Eric's playing very patient, and it looks like it's working out for him very well. Because even though he's being targeted, he's with that purple T block. We saw him wait as he was being targeted, because if people put junk blocks in his way, then he can maybe maneuver that T block into an ideal space where it wouldn't have been a split second before. So I think that patience is key. And as we see, even though Eric's being targeted, he has like basically no junk blocks going on the bottom row there. But his opponent, on the other hand, is dealing with a lot. But he's also making significant headway, not going down without a fight.
I agree. And it's interesting to me. So for none of you that follow the scene, which is understandable, but is actually quite entertaining and fun to watch, the World Tetris, World Classic Tetris Championships were last weekend, and one of the big takeaways that I got from getting a chance to actually view it was that the necessary reaction, skill, and preparation for these can be quite wild, to say the least. And we've seen a testament to this here. Of course, in classic Tetris, you can't hold your block. So in these cases here, when you're given, in this case, a T block, when you're given an L block or an S block, you have to work with what you got here. And so both of them making fairly decent moves right now, trading off blows. But as of right now, it seems to me like we've seen Boyer kind of take the lead here, but no one, surprisingly or unsurprisingly, I mean, I guess this is your guys' call, hasn't claimed a Tetris yet. So
it looks like his opponent just got one, I think.
Okay.
Nice.
Yeah.
No,
As long as another friendly reminder for those that have never really checked out the world of Tetris. A Tetris is ideally when you get to put down a row of 4 blocks at the same time, thus causing a Tetris to happen, and really is the objective of the game here.
Yeah, and it looks like, oh no, bottom screens having a lot of trouble, but he's fighting back. This is a tense moment. Oh no! That was he has to just burn his held eye block there to get out of a sticky situation.
Yeah, and the big focus right now is that he needs to clean his board up. But
no.
right now, given what blocks he had to work with here and what mess he had already made, it's tough to come back from something like that.
Right. Yeah, you saw him have that orange L block, and he didn't know what to do with it because it wasn't sticking the right way.
Yeah.
He just got caught.
And here we go. He's acknowledging he's already won the case, and looks like that's going to be a sweep. That goes to Boyer. GG's. Thumbs up in the chat.
Thumbs up all around.
As that was a positive experience here. So a little treat for you guys. Again, if you're just joining in here, we have a Tetris 99 1 versus 1 matchup just for you guys' viewing pleasure and delight. Featured here is our illustrious leader, E. Boyer.
Our glorious leader.
Our glorious leader. They will tell the tale of Boyer one day. But yeah, sorry, it's Chan. My mistake. I said that incorrectly earlier. But so
It's Chan.
we've seen
Jumping
two.
right in.
I believe it's been 2 matchups. To tell you the honest truth, there's still some things we need to piece. So looks like he's done here. So we're gonna get ready with our next matchup here shortly. But regardless, Jimmy, this is the first time you and I have sat behind a desk to do commentary for a Tetris game before. What were your takeaways from it? What were your learning lessons?
Well, I guess just don't get targeted by everyone else in the
Just
game.
don't get targeted.
Because that's bad. But also, I mean, I'm not. It seemed like Eric just didn't let himself.
You can talk to us, but we're on stream. Tournament organizer Dylan the Dude came by to let us know that next matchup is pending here and should be on the way.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go. Now, as for matchup here, we'll have to actually decipher the opponents here shortly. Taking a look, actually,
We are
it
standing
looks
up.
like we
Oh,
are
the run back.
officially checking this out. It looks like we are officially starting. That's what I think the TL was communicating to us here. The matchup is now going. Apologies for the confusions earlier.
Yeah.
So Boyer versus Chan. We've
like-
already seen Boyer was taking a competitive advantage earlier as he's going to put the L to the S
Right.
to a T, and he'll take 2 out of that. But
Yeah.
again, big focus here. Keep your board clean and make sure. There we go. There's the Tetris here from Boyer.
Cool.
And ladies and gentlemen,
Man.
right now, this looks like this is going to be his game. Chan's going to need to make some adjustments to get out of this.
Boyer blitzing in. Oh, but Chan got a 5. Not quite a 6, but that's a significant headway towards getting back in this game here. And that's the cool thing about Tetris I've noticed is it seems like even if you're in a terrible disadvantage state, if you just really put the jets on, you can always get out of it, you know?
Right there. That is a textbook example. Perfect Tetris here. You want to make sure that you build a side. There we go.
Ooh.
Double Tetris.
Back
Ladies and
to
gentlemen,
back.
boom, boom, and boom.
That was incredibly
Chan
solid play
making the
from Chan.
trades here. Now we're getting competitive, ladies and gents.
Oh, man.
Setting it up here. You want to make sure, ideally, to increase or to have the most effective scoring output, you want to make sure that you're building yourself an opportunity to get these Tetrises in here. You want to probably take a moment here to clean your board up. Yep, reset a bit. That fill's going to cost you something here. So, don't be afraid to make a couple stacks and make something help you out here. But, yeah.
Right, because that's what the held block lets you do. If you're holding an eye block, then that's a very powerful tool to have in your back pocket, and it can really get you out of a lot of sticky situations, as we've seen Chan use. Man, yeah, and he is really storming ahead here, taking the lead. But we'll see if it can last.
The hopefully is calming for you guys here. Interesting choice to go. Interesting. Moving over to take that instead of filling the hole like it was necessary. That's but I guess in this context here, a lot of this game once this starts moving quicker, you do start running into problems where you do have to start making those split-second decisions, and one mistake can cost you your board.
Right, yeah, absolutely. And, oh, man, we see Eric pulling ahead here. Chan looking like he's having a little trouble unleashing that eye block, but still keeping his held one. And man, both players are doing very well keeping with the pace of the game, but it looks like Chan's having a little bit of trouble. He's going to need some kind of combo to get himself out of this one.
J and a Z here gives another L, and that's going to give it a little help. But again, all right, there we go. That helps him out a little bit. Gets his board cleaner. He can get that cut. Yeah, he'll make some progress here.
Might have to drop that eye block. Oh, another one's on the way.
Yep, good fit, good fit. We got O to O.
Oh,
Back
man.
to an S, and give it a J to a T. This sounds like I'm making a rap at this point. I can tell you, chat, I am definitely not.
The Tetris rap.
The Tetris rap. So we have – so here we go.
Oh, man. Oh, he's setting up something big here. Oh, nice 3. Very well positioned there. Oh, man, and he's just, like, tearing the house down, bringing, like, just deleting row after row here on his way down.
Yeah, and again, just to kind of reiterate what I was mentioning before, a big deal here is you want to make sure that you leave yourself an opportunity to build yourself a Tetris. You want to maximize that score output and get as many KOs as possible here. Normally, objective of the game, a little bit different. Obviously, Tetris 99 from the classic versions here. You're facing against basically a KO matchup. Highest score is a dictated winner here from this matchup. So, to say the least, this definitely brings an interesting edge to the world of Tetris, don't you think?
Oh yeah, absolutely. It is I imagine it's kind of frustrating for our competitors here, but there's still being 97 other people in this game, just like who can target anyone is just like a very interesting element. But it looks like it's not really working too well for Chan here, as he is getting mercilessly targeted, and Eric is cruising on easy street.
And a telltale indication, excellent formation there. But you can definitely tell that people are ready and they're involved with the current process here. And you can tell from the look on Eric's face a moment ago that they're ready. They want to take this out. And
this is intense.
We're remaining 10 players left. Sitting on the L, goes to an I.
It's on the line. Can he get it? Oh, not.
He's trying to move. He's trying to buy himself some time.
Not quite. And that's going to be it. Game 1 goes to Eric.
Yeah, and a GG to both here. Chat, don't worry, I do have you on my little device here, so I'll be keeping an eye on this. But again, Boyer recognizing he got the win here. GGs to both.
Yeah,
and now we're gonna enter into game 2, and you can tell both players a little exhausted after that last matchup, but they're ready. They're ready to play it out. I think Boyer's got this in the hands, but.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there could be some up and comers here, some new faces we haven't seen yet that potentially could be the telltale sign of winners here.
Yeah, we'll see how things work out. Chan putting on a much more convincing performance than he had in those practice games. Really staying competitive here, and yeah, both players looking neck and neck going into the second game.
Yeah, and the thing that I can kind of point out here, as I'm sure a lot of you that have either had experience with Tetris before or just in general can understand how puzzles go together. You want to try to avoid spaces as much as you can here, and one of the big problems that we've seen so far is you start making mistakes when you start making, like, here we go, Tetris. Here. Chan is making his way downtown here with that.
He's got that eye block in reserve, too. Just looking for the opportune time to drop it, and here it is.
Here we go. Drop the Tetris.
Back-to-back
Go ahead and
Tetris.
clean your board up here. Yep, get that
play.
second to last one here. Just play it smart.
And it looks like Eric's come
Eric's falling short here. He's got that space that's right here, second end, and it could hurt him here in the long haul, but make sure to make the correction and adjust it. But yeah, again, you kind of want to put yourself in a position that you can use that long block, use the eye block rather, to make sure that you can make something happen out of this.
Oh, absolutely. Both players munching their way towards the bottom here. Again, Eric just pulling ahead. We see him. I feel like in the past 2 games, we've seen Eric struggle in the early game, but as the game progresses, he's just like goes down faster and faster.
Yeah, and to add on to that, it's interesting to me too. You know, Chan has played a good game of just assembling his blocks together to be able to form at Tetris, but it seems like once he starts getting into that faster pace, that faster rhythm, once it starts picking up, you can tell here that it seems like that is causing him a problem, and he's not able to keep up with that same reactionary time.
Right, it's challenging, and especially if you get the wrong kind of L block. If the last little bit on the side is facing the wrong way, then that can be very disruptive, especially if you're trying to make that split-second decision and you think it's an L that can fit into a spot that is going to save you, and it doesn't. And you end up misplacing it. It can really damage you.
Yes, and essentially you do want to make sure that you leave yourself the window open so that you can just drop it down. Ideally, if you can take a moment to build a few blocks up in order to take them all down, that's going to help you out a ton. And We're gonna get a close look at player cams here. One of the interesting things, at least that I have noticed so far, is that when you look between cams, you do notice the focus and the concentration. And once it starts getting a little bit closer, you really do have to take the mental capacity to really think about what's going on here, don't you think?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like it's such a stressful split-second moment, like a series of stressful split-second moment-to-moment decisions, while also keeping the bigger picture in mind, right? And that, I think, is something that can trip a lot of people up. Is right, you're like trying to just find a block to fit it wherever, but you also have to keep in mind all the blocks below it and all the blocks to the side, and try and set up that Tetris and try and get these rows down. And that can be very difficult in the heat of the moment.
Right now, it looks like they're definitely going to need to try to do some fitting and clean up their board. It's starting to hit to a struggle here for Chan. Boyer, on the other hand, seems to be doing pretty well on top.
Yeah. No, yeah, Chan has got a lot of junk blocks to work with. He's getting mercilessly targeted here. Not quite the T block he was, or the L block he was looking for, but there's that I cruising on in.
Credit where credit is due. Boyer's doing a good job of just making sure that he can clean his board off as effectively and quickly as possible.
Oh, yeah.
He's not trying to fill spaces just for the sake of filling them. He's taking the time, he's measuring it out, and he's making sure that he can make the effective touches here. Now, of course, kind of harping to what I mentioned before, one of your big objectives is you want to try to, focus and aim at getting an opportunity for Tetris as quickly as you can. But, there's nothing wrong with going in the end game and the intent of trying to, at the very least, keep your board clean.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, unfortunate L block placement for Chanch there. He's going to have to worm his way out of this one. Oh, but that's the perfect block for it. Oh.
10 players remaining.
Oh, and it looks like Eric has a difficult formation building up there with the green into the red.
Yes, there's going to have to be some custom fitting in order to push that together for sure. Here we go. Keep an eye on it.
All right. And Chanch is out. Tragic. And both players making top 10, though. Very impressive. It takes a lot of skill to make it to the top 10 in Tetris 99. Yeah,
definitely. Shout outs to everybody else here in chat joining us here for Tetris 99 at Midwest LAN. A little treat for you guys after a celebration here from yesterday night, where we got to delve into the world of Rocket League and crown our champions, and then crown our champions over in Smash Ultimate. So, Jimmy, appreciate you joining along in the ride here, sir. We've just got only our first matchup. The rest of these games will definitely be streamed here, and as we've seen an indication, it's been a pretty fun event, don't you think?
They're going to be pretty hype. For sure.
Yeah, I'm excited to see what else is going to happen here. We'll get our next matchup coming here soon. But for those of you that are just joining us, again, we are currently hanging out over in Elmhurst, Illinois for Midwest LAN 21. I'm Jordan B., and join alongside with me. Your full name would be great. I usually call you Jimmy, but
Jimmy Millions is
Jimmy
my
Millions. Jimmy Millions. You guys can check us out here on Twitter. That handle's probably going to happen somewhere. If not, you'll find it.
Yeah.
Just look us up.
We're kind of big deals,
Yeah,
so.
we're not egoing ourselves. Dylan the Dude, the tournament organizer here for Tetris 99, is going to be facing off against TrixieBot. Once again here, Dylan the Dude will be top, TrixieBot will be bottom here. And given that as I've kept an eye on chat, I will of course get to see a few people that I do know hang out with us here in the chat. So safe to say, I think a lot is on the line here for Dylan the Dude to make something happen here.
Oh, looks like I'm not sure what's going on.
In this case here, this looks to me like, and we might need to get confirmation from somebody here, but it looks to me like we're just setting this up here for them to get this worked out. So probably just making sure, might be a first time player, just making sure that they know what the key presses are. So it looks like Dylan's just kind of helping him out, making sure that he can set him up for success. What he doesn't know is that he's hustling him, and that in reality, that TrixieBot could potentially win this.
Mind games.
The mind games. I feel like that would be quite a power play in another competitive environment if you just walked up to your opponent and you said, here are the keys for how to play the game. At that point, I don't know how I personally would take it,
Like, you look like you You look like you need some help. I'd be like, oh man.
Like we casted Smash earlier, and the only thing I can think in my mind right now is, just imagine if somebody just walked up and said, hit A to hit, you can do a tilt by doing this, and you just kind of look at him and go, what?
It's like grand finals.
It's like grand
hey,
final.
L to grab.
You're facing a state-ranked player, if not national-ranked player. You're looking at yourself going, wait a minute. What?
What just happened?
Going for the mind games. But, again,
Shell shock him.
here we go. Dylan the Dude on the top, Trixibot at the top, or bottom here.
Very nice L. Gonna take a second to switch his targeting algorithm, looks like. Going for...
Ooh, going with
KO.
the hold when he knew that he had the Tetris available. Interesting decision by Dylan. And looks like he's still in the intent. I'm not really sure. And maybe I'm just not looking at this the same way that other people are. But holding that, there we go.
There it
I
is.
think he realized that he's able to do that. So Dylan, he's going to take that away. Now, seeing both sides. Seems like it's been a pretty even exchange right now. No specific outliers yet, but...
Ooh, nice double L there from Trixibot. Very fortunate.
Yeah, as you kind of see here, the L really fits over on the right-hand side. J can kind of fit on the left hand, depending on what your board's looking like, obviously. But those are big factors to keep in mind as we go along with this here.
Yeah, 100%. Oh, man. Ooh.
We got a J to an S
yeah.
with an I.
Trixibot's got a rough situation in the bottom left corner there, but he looks like he managed to maneuver around it. Still looking kind of tricky, though. That's not where you want that L block to be.
There's a lot of decision time being made between both of these guys, and that might potentially hurt them in the long run because, if you're taking more time to make that reactionary decision, once this starts getting faster, that's going to hurt you. So keep an eye on that. See if that's going to make a negative impact here for both sides. But as of right now, it looks like Dylan the Dude is currently facing off against Trixibot, as we were mentioning earlier. And, it's been pretty neck and neck so far, don't you think?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And I feel like, apparently for a first-time player, like, Dylan the Dude's really holding his own here. Wow.
So I think, yeah. So I think Trixie was the first one to go up. If not, maybe it was just key presses for how this works with a different controller here. But
got you.
We'll assume with best intent. We weren't talking about earlier, or
No mind games.
Hey, here's how you
Beautiful
play it.
Tetris.
What?
Yeah.
So there's a big gap right here that could fit an L block almost perfectly.
Oh my god.
So this might not go to his favor, but if you take this, there we go. Cleans out the board. There we go. Drop the L block. That's going to give him some space here now. And all you got to do, see where you can make this a fit here. Oh, see, again, you want to try to avoid the spacing here if you can help it. Now, obviously, when it starts getting quicker, your mind's thinking split-sec decisions. Like we're looking at this from a third-party angle. So it could very well just be that they just didn't consider that in the amount of time.
Yeah, no, it is very easy to make decisions when you are not the one, or see the right decision when you are not the one in the driver's seat, as it were.
Yeah, L to a T to an O for Dylan the Dude. He's trying to see if he can clean up that spot that he created himself earlier. And
Edo ain't quite going to do it, though.
Here we go. It's going to go for the KO.
Ooh.
Now, specifically to the mechanics in Tetris 99, it's unique that they bring, I guess I could use loosely or strictly, depending on what the intent is, a battle royale sense to this. The 99 players you're playing against, you could potentially play as online. By the way, game is free if you have never played this before, so don't be afraid to check it out.
Oh yeah.
Pretty simple download, pretty easy to play, and plug to Level Up for Charity. We do some stuff with that sometimes. So, take the time, consider it, and we'll see you there.
Yeah. Looking like a rough situation on the bottom screen, though. Can he? That L, that I was just what he needed. Oh, but that placement of that L is.
There we go. Good Tetris from Dylan, and it looks like we're reaching toward the end for Dixibot here.
And he is.
And
he fought back valiantly, but wasn't in the cards.
A good battle indeed, but that's going to take him out from this equation, and a good play nonetheless. Dylan the Dude is going to go ahead and looks like he's still playing that off. Yep, he knows and acknowledges that he just won there. And congratulations, Dylan the Dude, taking match 1.
Wow, yeah, no, that was impressive from both players for sure. We saw at the last second, TrixieBot was really managed to fight back and like stem like his imminent demise, but just got overwhelmed in the end.
So going into this next matchup here, Jimmy, let's take a minute to kind of chat about what are going to be some keys for the opponent here to come out on top. So what are going to be some things that you think that TrixieBot's going to need to make in order to take this next match?
I think it's very important, just from my initial observations, that you gotta really make sure you're controlling the rate that the blocks are stacking up in the early game. Because if it progresses to the late game and the blocks are like a quarter up the screen or halfway up the screen, you don't really have the time to, you know, maneuver and stack them super precisely like you did in the early game when things were still slow. So,
yeah. I entirely agree.
Yeah, if you find yourself in that situation, then it's just going to be a spiral of death, it looks like. But yeah,
pretty quiet here for TrixieBot's board. He's staying on top of this right now. Dylan, he's got that space here that can get a little rough at times.
Nice
decision. I think the focus right now is going to be able to clean his board. Yeah, he needs a Z, or no, excuse me, he needs an S and he has a Z. Now he's got a S, now he's got it there.
Man, but that empty hole in the middle is just getting stuffed up by an errant block. Well, he just cannot, like, plunge that gap, as it were. Oh, there we go. All right, get himself out of a reverse situation there. Meanwhile, TrixieBot holding strong. Yeah, now both players bottom row, an impressive display.
Holding blocks is always a fundamental part here, especially of the recent Tetrises, primarily because you know for a fact that you need to make sure that you're holding that for a special occasion. So most people, as a good example, and one of the more popular decisions is to hold a long block and I block here to make sure that they are able to complete their Tetris once they have that ready to go. However, it seemed to me that they've been holding more unusual, to me at least, blocks that could be used for more advantageous solutions. Like, for example, if you look at the bottom player here, you see how they're holding a J block at the moment, which, you know, I know for sure that they had an I earlier.
Right, and they decided to drop it and maybe drop the I block to get themselves into a situation where the J block would allow them to complete a rough situation the game had handed them. Maybe trying to be more precise than just restricting yourself to an L block.
Yeah, we're still sitting here as we're starting to get toward, it looks like, I believe, about close to our top 25 remaining. And you can tell here that we're seeing some pretty positive movement here from both players right now. They're making sure that they're keeping their board as clean as they possibly can, and that has definitely helped here to keep in the long haul. Dylan looked like he's setting up and ready to go here for his I block to drop a near Tetris, but need a little more setup here. Might need to hold that for a little longer.
Right, yeah.
Drop an O here to a Z, or no, excuse me, O to a J.
O to the J, to the Z, to the B.
And let's see, he can take that middle. He can take that middle if he takes it. There we go.
Good eye placement there. Oh man, again with that heartbreaker piece that just does not, red piece that just does not quite fit.
Ooh, he went a little quick there. So don't forget, once your block starts getting closer, you are able to nudge it in to where it is necessary and make that rotation. But you know, just keep that in mind, as that potentially can be a pivotal moment for some of these players.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, we see them making very good use of that here. Especially as we saw last game, TrixieBot, the way he managed to avoid dying initially when it looked like it was going to be the end for him was he managed to maneuver the piece after it had already landed, like the split second before it had snapped into place, as it were, and he managed to avoid death that way. So it's a very powerful tactic, it seems like.
Saw a good example from Dylan when he dropped that L block earlier that he needed to take a minute to reflect on where he was going to put that. So again, another situation with the Z. He's starting to run out of options here, and especially with some of those gaps that he's got, he's going to need to make that effort to clean up his board now. Otherwise, this might potentially hurt him as we start getting closer and closer toward the end of the matchup here.
Right, and unfortunately, it seems like, fortunately for Dylan, dude, he has more KOs, which means he's getting targeted more, and that means more trash blocks, which is just going to make things harder for him in the end.
Yeah,
but it looks like TrixieBot is
agree.
getting his fair share of trash blocks as well. And oh wow, yeah.
That Z placement's a real tough one to make the recovery from. I think
yeah.
that's going to be his game over here,
Yeah,
unless he can make a real quick last-ditch effort
stacking
to
up
match
so-
something up here. But yeah, that's going to do it for him. Dylan the Dude. Brooms out for Dylan the Dude here as he's going to take the sweep and still, he's going to keep going here for a little more. Let's see if he can entertain the thoughts, see if he can go for the smash. We'll see. We'll see. Nope. All right, we have now wrapped it up here as we know that he is taking placement here. So a GG to both players here. Congratulations to Dylan the Dude. He's going to move on to the next round. And for the record, it is a single elimination, best of 3 here. We'll be getting our next matchup here prepared shortly. But, you know, second time through, not bad overall, don't you think, Jimmy?
Yeah, no, it went pretty well. It's exciting to watch, which helps.
I agree. You know, I like to be really honest with you. So I have a friend of mine. Shout out to our good friend here. I think I saw him earlier, Nima74 in the Twitch. Much love to you, buddy. Gave me the recommendation to watch the Classic World Tetris Championship last weekend. And it's one of those esports, sorry. When you look at it, you kind of go, how? How do you become a esport?
Yeah.
But when you look at this though, there's so much reactionary time. There's so much next movement planning in such a short span of time. You know, you really have to challenge yourself with some of this stuff here. And to me, that's really cool that, especially in modern Tetris, with some of the new mechanics that they put together, it's fun to watch this, don't you think?
Yeah, no, it's extremely fun. Like, it's so frantic and fast-paced. It's really like an experience to watch.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm a big fan of it.
We're prepping up our next match here shortly. For those of you, again, just joining us here in the chat, I'm Jordan B. and joined alongside with Jimmy Millions, right? Yep, perfect. All right, got it the first time. Joined with Jimmy Millions here. We're over at MWL21 here, joined in the beautiful, if you consider that, Elmhurst, Illinois, out here for Midwestland 21, brought to you by Mad City, as you can tell by all the logos behind us here. So, Jimmy, let's take a minute here to kind of look back at this here. So right now we've seen Boyer and Dylan the Dude put some pretty good battles in place here. You know, if we kind of made some early predictions here, what would you say if those two matched up in the finals? Who would you say potentially could be the winners in that?
Well, completely unbiased opinion. I think, I don't know, every time we've seen Eric play, he's just had such a handle on it, you know?
Right.
We saw him play 4 games, and he didn't even look close to, like, dipping out in any one of them, you know?
Yep.
So it was he definitely has a very dominant performance, which leads me to give the edge to him, but we also have 2 new unknowns entering the scene here right now.
Yeah,
and
matchup will be announced here shortly as we're getting the names in just a moment. But looks like, I believe they are not starting yet. This should be a warm-up just to get them acclimated to the scene and what's going on right now. We will get to that here in just a moment. But it's been a fun weekend so far. Yep, you can tell here. So they understand the moveset, the controls, and they're about to get ready here. And good luck to both. Best of 3 once again here, single elimination. We're almost looking at a near 8-person bracket, so we should be reaching semis here shortly. Again, for those of us just joining here. Ooh, good placement from the T. So we're already making some pretty smart moves here, holding that I block, keeping the L, and trying to build the options you can here. Again, be very interesting to see what type of movement's gonna cause to build these Tetrises so quickly, don't you think? Yeah,
no, absolutely. And we see the bottom screen especially is building their row up very carefully, priming that L drop, or that I drop to be blocked, to be dropped in, and they just masterful work there. Clearing 4 rows just like that.
Yeah, and reiterating our point from earlier here, one of the big things with Tetris is that you want to try to avoid those little small holes, as you see built on the top here.
Those are a death trap.
You want to make sure that you don't go in with the intent of, gosh, there's you know, there's too much building up here at the moment. So right now, as you see here,
Oh, no.
a couple things
Oh,
starting to stack
no.
up, and this
Oh,
might be an early
is
exit
this it?
for a top player here. And
Oh, no, not quite. He fires back with a Tetris. Beautiful play. Get himself out of the danger zone there, but he's still stacking them high. Oh, it's tense. Meanwhile, bottom screen is just cruising USA over there.
Just chilling out like
Just
it's
chilling.
another day at the office, man. But to be fair, you know, just keep an eye. You know, there's a nest block that's pretty much gonna make that hop there. But
Yeah. It looks like the top screen got targeted extremely early. Those are
Yeah.
so many junk blocks.
yeah,
Such an
not
early
a
stage.
lot to work with here, and you know, and it's a process of RNG in this game too. You know, you have to again work with what you have and see what you can make out of it, and sometimes it's tough to put that all together for sure. Top here is Blitzbolt. By the way, I didn't have that earlier. Blitzbolt facing off against Blackhead, and we'll see. Well, again, right now, Blitzbolt's been having some difficulties here trying to really fully clean that board, but,
Right, but
to
he is-
make those efforts to recover back from this here, overall respectable and very impressive.
Right, yeah, he is scraping and clawing his way back into this game. He is being tested, but he is not giving an inch here. Oh, man. Even as it comes closer and closer to the brink for him. Oh, unfortunate placement of that J block.
Yeah, that's going to give him a pretty finite
Oh, but he
location,
gets a
but
Tetris
excellent
anyway.
movement.
Amazing maneuvering on Blitzbolt's part.
Dirty Tetris here as
Wow.
we were able to take that away. Again, you know, if you're not familiar with it, Dirty Tetris, to keep a simple terminology, is ideally processed. And of course, chat, you can correct me if I'm just illiterate. That usually happens when you're not actually just intentionally trying to design a Tetris here. So in a case like this, if you're not sitting at your bottom deck here to clear out your board, you're ideally creating a dirty Tetris opportunity there.
Yeah, and despite that, Blitzbolt is just refusing to go down, even as Blackhead maintains impressive control over his bottom row. Not letting them stack up at all. And we're already in the top 28 here. Time really flies when you're watching Tetris.
A double O, but that O doesn't really have anywhere to fit, so that Z is going to take it down to a J.
Rough situation here.
I is tough to hold with that
Oh,
case here.
no,
so
no good
he's going
place
to need
for that O
something
at
as a
all.
filler. Someone in the chat mentioned to us here that one of the recommendations for them personally is they like to hold a T block more commonly in order to fit those little miscellaneous situations where, you know, RNG doesn't sit toward your favor, and you know, in perspective, it makes a ton of sense and is a good good thought of why you would want to hold those on for sure.
Right, yeah, because I feel like the I block is very good when things are going well. You know, when you have the time to craft your Tetris, you know, you have the room, you have the space, nothing's really going wrong, you're not getting that many trash blocks, then yeah, you can chill out, craft your Tetris, drop that I block very precisely. But if stuff's in the fan and it's a go time, I think you need that T block more often than not.
For sure, as a lot of blocks are stacking up here for our friend here, Blitzbolt, but no, he's going to use the eye, just place that down. Now he's got the hole right here. Takes an eye block. Let's see if he can take it the opposite
Oh
side.
my
Tetris.
God.
There we go.
Double was that
Clean that board, baby.
God.
Clean
and
that
just
board.
like that, he is back in this game.
There we go. And on the other side of this here, we haven't really paid a lot of attention to Blackhead's board, but that's primarily because his board has been boring.
Yeah, he is maintaining impressive control over
He
it.
has made sure to maintain himself in this, and he has not had any hesitation or struggle recently, which is a prop to him. He's playing well. He's working with what he has here. But in the same vein, if we really took it down here, the RNG hasn't really been his friend, that is Blitzbolt.
Yeah. No, it has definitely been much easier going for Blackhead than Blitzbolt in this game, I feel like. Unless I've missed some trash blocks have definitely appeared in Blackhead's board, but man, Blitzbolt really got screwed by him right out of the gate. And like we were talking about, you really need those early phases of the game to be your most strategic, right? You really need to take advantage of the time the slower pace gives you to craft Tetris. But if you're getting lobbed with junk blocks right out of the gate, then you don't really have the time to do that.
We're getting into a pretty heated matchup between the two here. As you can tell how quickly this stuff is dropping, we're starting to sit at some pretty high levels here. So now this is the time where your reactions and your decisions are split second, and you will need to make the necessary corrections to make these happen. And while albeit you are able to make those necessary last second changes, this this is where the boards are going to start stacking. This is where boards are starting to get into some scary situations here for sure.
Blitzbolt is moving like a million miles per minute, though.
Yeah,
Wow.
and we're sitting in situations here that
Both players are.
we're running into, you know, I don't see the level here because I don't believe that's how this necessarily works here. Forgive me, I'm thinking of old Tetris mindset. But yeah,
we are in the top 5.
But yeah, we're sitting here. Board's composure here for Blackhead has been doing really, really well so far. And
Yeah.
ooh, surprisingly didn't use the O and move for the Z, which it worked out. But yeah, he's thinking fast. He's thinking on his feet here. He's doing a good job of that.
Yeah. Looks like Blitzbolt's entering the danger zone here, even as Blackhead chills out, still not passing the top third of the screen, even this
Ooh.
late.
Yeah, and Blitzbolt here. Let's kind of take a focus to him for a moment. So right now he's got a lot of those holes in place, and it's tough for him at the moment. He's trying to see where he can fit that high block.
Oh,
but,
yeah, you know, oh, and then he just gets
ooh.
rocked. Ah,
Yep.
you hate to see it.
Yeah, I got to feel bad for him. He felt like he was targeted pretty well there. But top 3 here in this KO matchup. Now we're just going to see if he's going to continue to entertain this or if he knows that he already won this. Okay,
Yeah.
he won it.
After I think that's the most
Wow.
intense game we've seen yet.
That
was
22 to 23 KOs,
Oh
man.
my
You know,
God.
for those of you that think that Tetris isn't an esport,
That was crazy.
there's a part
I
of
was
me that
sweating
still
bullets.
sort of not really agrees with you, but still, you have your opinion, and it's America. But yes, so yeah. Anyway, you know, Chad had kind of mentioned to us here that one of the things that happens here is that obviously as you progress in this top or in this 99 player Tetris, is that over time it speeds up, like as if you're progressing to the next level. So as you can see here, getting into that top 5 situation, things got pretty split second here. So
Yeah.
excellent work here. Blitzbolt here, I believe on our right for us, and showing to our left here is Blackhead. So good luck to all. First matchup here, or second matchup, excuse me, with Blackhead taking that first match here. Be interesting to see after such a impressive performance at the start of this, what Blackhead's gonna do to be able to maintain this lead.
Right, yeah. And again, we see Blitzbolt trying to just set up that Tetris, looking for an eye block here. He finds it into an instant 5. Very nice, but meanwhile, Blackbolt is just sitting pretty. Or Blackhead, sorry. He's just sitting pretty, again, with that impressive control of his bottom few rows. Just not letting things get too out of hand here. Very, like, surgical almost, I feel. Oh, and I'm not sure if that was a misplacement, but it might have been.
Making the quick moves here. You can see players, they're comfortable with where they're at right now, and they're trying to make the effective changes and moves as necessary. So we're looking to stack up a Tetris here if he can get his eye block. It's coming up here, third block in. Let's see if he'll take it away. Here we go. Bam.
Oh, dang, yeah.
Take that Tetris away, and now we're here.
Chops half of his row in half. There, again.
There we go. And that's the essence of it here. Sometimes you got to build up to tear down, and that's a big focus that you need to make sure that you're maintaining in this game. And try to, again, avoid those spaces, make smart moves, build the opportunities to make everything as close in as you can, and you can really sit pretty here with your board.
Right, I know. Looks like the tables have turned for the moment. Blackbolt is not, or Blackhead rather, sorry, is not keeping things under control. Meanwhile, Blitzbolt is just keeping cool, staying chill.
Calm, cool, and collected right now. Blackhead, of course, taking our first game here. For those of us that are just joining in here to Midwest LAN and you're not really sure why Tetris is happening right now, it's because the tournament's happening. We are currently over at MWL21 jamming out to the Tetris theme while we're having a Royale of sorts tournament for Tetris 99 here. So as of right now, key takeaways that I've seen from, at least from my side, has been that maintaining that composure in the later game has been a big game changer, don't you think? We got T-block going to I, and there's a good Tetris right there.
yeah,
That's going to
nice.
help him out a lot.
Both
Get it.
players looking like they're having a little bit of trouble here as we go into the top 50.
J to a Z, drops that to an I, and that's going to clean him up a little even better.
Nice. Yeah, but they're both making their way down. Nice double O's on Blackhead's part. Lean to a clean 3.
Good example here. We saw just a second ago from Blackhead. He took a Z to an S to fit them exactly where it was necessary. He didn't try to force something in here. Tetris.
Oh, double
out,
Tetris.
double.
Wow, the double eye block miracle.
There we go.
Nice hold on his part.
Yeah,
Wow.
this stuff's getting more and more heated as we follow along here. Out block to a J. J's going to be able to fit just where he needs to be. Looks like he's got the opportunity. Bam! Here's another Tetris here for Blackhead.
Ooh.
Give that down to the eye.
Blackhead's on the hunt.
Okay, he'll take what he can get from that here. Conveniently getting an L and a J right there so he can make the necessary revisions he wanted to. And this has been a common theme here. We've seen very positive RNG for our friend here, Blackhead. And Blitzbolt has been doing it at the same time fairly well, but right now it's definitely felt like this has been Blackhead's game right now.
Oh yeah, 100%. Blackhead's been in control almost this entire set. He's really setting the tempo, but you gotta, at the same time, you gotta feel for Blitzbolt. He's really getting rocked by just all these trash blocks coming at him. It is mighty unfortunate, but he's still like, even despite that, as we saw last game, he's loath to give in. He is not giving a single inch here.
Yeah, and right now he needs to make that cleanup right there. You see that long space that's available right there. If he can clean that out here just one more time, still put two more on top of it.
Wait, open it up. Oh, I'm not sure if that was intentional, but it looks unfortunate. I'm not sure he's going to squirm his way out of that one. All right.
I block takes 3. Z block gets it a little bit clearer, and play the small game to get to the big game. It's right now helping him out big time. So we'll see if that is going to help him out here. That O block's going to put him here to Z, Z to I, back to T.
He's close to being able to clear that out, but it is just not coming together right now. Not the block he was looking for. He holds it to get out of the way. Very smart. Sometimes you do what you got to do.
We're sitting.
Oh, there it is. Oh, again. Oh, man, but that is just refusing to give way.
He needs the focus here. That is Blitzbolt. You notice that he's taking a lot of the center of that board here. He needs to try to clear that out as best as he can, because that seems like that's been a big problem for him right now. He can't get that clear, which is giving him problems. So all he needs is one eye block to fit that there for a Tetris, but he keeps getting into problems. But as this gets faster, reactionary time is going to be more important, and we're going to need to see if there's going to be something they can take out of this.
Yeah, this might be his opportunity here. If he can squeeze, all he needs is one. That's it. There he goes. Oh, not quite, though.
We're settling here. The matchup gets closer and closer as we're sitting, getting faster and faster.
Yeah. Oh, wait, now stuff's... All right, Blackhead's looking like he's having a little bit of a ruckus down there.
Oh, he got the Z block just when he needed it here. Helped him clear out a little bit of his board. Now he's going to need to see, okay, good pocket. Z to a T, back to an I is going to go
Not quite
here.
what he needed, though, but he's got an I coming up. There we go, and it's clear. This is his chance. Oh, nice. Holds it at the last second to get it out of there, and it manages to clear 4. Very nice play.
There we go.
He's
Again, same tendency here. Going to Blitzbolt, he's really had a struggle trying to get that. If he can clean, but see, again, case and point. He's not trying to clean that focus part out. If he gets targeted again, this is going to be a problem, because that's just going to be nothing but a hassle for him. There we go. Now he's got a little bit of an easier edge on his end. All he needs to do is just put, he's going to put another one on top of it. Focus here, a little obvious because it's Tetris, but keep your board clean.
Yeah. No, and he is strolling back down onto easy street. Meanwhile, Blackhead's having a little more trouble, but not too much. They're both still in the bottom half as we proceed into the top 3 here. But it looks like Blitzbolt has a slight edge going into this. He has an I block held even. Meanwhile, Blackhead's got an O. Manages to grab that I and hold it though, but we're in the top 2. They're the last 2 players remaining, and Blitzbolt has a I remaining. He's got an I in the rack.
Mistake is inbound, maybe, potentially, possibly, but right now they're doing a good job staying composed, but this is getting tough for Blackhead. He's struggling to make those necessary changes, and unless he gets a little RNG magic on his side,
There's
which
so many holes in his line.
still there, maybe,
Not quite.
possibly.
Oh, no.
I block at the worst time for that.
Yeah, Blitzbolt rocking some trash blocks into his lane as they're the last 2 players. 1 and 2 though, very impressive showing from both from both competitors here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are tied 1-1.
Going to game 3. Oh, man. In a single
If,
elimination bracket.
If you are new to the world of Tetris esports, let me tell you, it gets pretty heated pretty quick.
I mean, I'm new to the world of Tetris esports, and whoa, this is insane. I'm sweating over here.
So let's take a moment here while we're waiting for next matchup. Let's take a look here and see what do you think are gonna be some key points here for either Blitzbolt or Blackhead to really take this next game away from them, from the other opponent, that is.
Well, again, it's maintaining. I really do feel like it's maintaining the control of the early game. But as we've seen, Blitzbolt has done. I feel like Blitzbolt has handled those stressful situations a lot better. You know, I feel like Blackhead has played impressively. He's really good at keeping it clear but sorry, this is hard to describe. I'm not used to the terminology, but he's very good at keeping things in his bottom row.
Just write the thing down. RTO is currently sorting some stuff out here. We're getting that settled at the moment. In the meantime, while we're waiting for the next matchup, so again, if you're just joining us here, we're at Midwest Land. Excuse me. Hold on a second. Let me let me process this again. If you're just joining us. You're just joining us here. We're at Midwest. Oh wow,
Midwest Land.
Hold on, guys. I'll get this right. Midwest Land.
There you
21. Go. We are currently here in Elmhurst, Illinois, for Midwest Land 21. Joint side here with Jimmy Millions, Jordan B, joining alongside you here, and right now we're just waiting to see what's going on here, and we'll be looking at the tiebreaker coming up. So. See what's going to come out of this here, but
got a handy dandy notebook provided to us by our generous TOs right here.
Yeah, that's it's just simply in excellent handwriting.
Right. Tiebreaker. And that's what we got coming up for you, folks.
I've also been told that if I ever throw this notebook again like I did off camera a second ago, I may need to find a new place to sleep. So tiebreaker, ladies and gentlemen, game 3 underway.
Here we go. But yeah, as we were saying earlier, I think Blackhead is very good at controlling the space, but if things get more stressful, he's not so good at working his way down. Blitzbolt, I feel, has done a much better job at when the chips are down, he steps up. But Blackhead, I don't know. I haven't really seen that similar style of gameplay from him. But I could be overthinking it. I think both players are pretty evenly matched in terms of skill, and it's just down to who handles those stressful situations better. And I do think Blitzbolt has that very slight edge.
Definitely. And one of the things here that we haven't really taken a chance to mention is that this, of course, being a tiebreaker game, and of course, I'm sure someone can correct us here, but we are currently addressing this by KOs is how they're coming out with the W here. But normally, there's an association to your placement as well. So doing a good job, staying on the offensive here, but sticking back to the action, we've got a, see, drops to an S, back to a J. Board's been pretty clean here for Blitzbolt so far. Blackhead got a little stack, but he's back in where he wants to be right now.
100%, and he's setting up a very nice Tetris for himself there. If he can just drop that eye block, there we go. Oh, man.
Give him some Tetris magic here. And, of course, I'm sure you guys, just as much as me, are currently jamming out internally to the Tetris theme happening at this moment. Unless you played this game a ton, then maybe you're kind of used to it.
No, it looks like, man, Blitzbolt is just racking up the KOs, though. 6-2 so far. Wow. And if we're using that as the tiebreaker metric, then, whew. Yeah.
Going to be interesting to see how it goes down. You know, maybe they mutually win in KO or get the same KOs, and we end up getting another tiebreaker. Maybe that's how we settle this. You know, maybe we just really go at it. Because I'm going to be honest with you, I could watch these two play for quite a while.
100%. This is the most, like stressful, but also, high energy game of Tetris I've seen. And considering, the last 2 matches we've played, or we've seen, have been extremely high energy and extremely frantic, that's saying something.
ideally, what we're doing is we're pitching to all of the major esports organizations right now to consider investing into what we call Tetris as an esport. So,
I mean, this is a pretty good highlight reel. If we're making a pitch, then I would not mind using this footage in the slightest.
there we go. We're setting the ground. Well, there's already groundworks there, but you know.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Ooh, looks like
Blitzbolt with a clean board earlier, looking like he's starting to get a slight struggle here with some of the RNG that he's been getting, but luckily keeping composed and making solid moves to make sure that he's not putting himself in a bad position.
And it looks like Blackhead's doing the same. He's got an unfortunate stoppage there in the right corner, but yeah, and that's really screwing him up in this case. But Blitzbolt managing to keep a much more clear head. Again, it seems like the script is flipped. And as we see, the blocks are stacking, the situation's getting more stressful. Blackhead's dealing with a lot of trash blocks on his side. Can he come through and work his way down? That's a good start. Another O block. Oh, excellent placement of that T block right there. Into the L. All right, he's working his way down. He's cleaving his way back. But man,
Yeah,
Blitzbolt is just unstoppable.
yeah, and right now, and again, it's been a situation where he's starting to get his back pushed against the wall, but I think it's in the intent for the long game. He's trying to make sure that he's fitting blocks to the best that he possibly can with what he's given. There we go, Tetris here from our good friend Blitzbolt.
Man, this way down. Meanwhile, our pal Blackhead on the bottom corner, searching for an opportunity. Ooh,
That I block's going to be a tough one to recover from. It's still possible for sure, but
right.
he's going to
Especially
have
if he uses this. There we go.
Luckily, in the early game, he has the ability to make those necessary reactions, but be careful because as it's showing here, blocks starting to stack up more for him. Sitting on that I block that just got cut here, and that's going to do it for our friend Blackhead. So that's going to go. Looks like here now. I believe we're wrapping that up here. Actually, no, my mistake. KO's
Let's go in the
going at
distance.
23 right now. Goodness gracious, we got Blitzbolt on a rampage right now. 24 KOs, continuing on the same mission he was set before. You know, technically speaking, he's already won. But, you know, the interesting part about Tetris here is that I've noticed this from personal experience from watching is that, you know, he can keep going if he wants to. I'm enjoying this. I hope that you guys are here sitting at home or wherever that you're watching the stream from. But we'll see what we're going to come out of this here. He's trying to go. He's trying. Oh, okay. I think he's recognized that he won here. I think Tio just came up and said, "Hey, man, we get it."
Yeah. I think, man, in the heat of the moment, I'm wondering if these players are even like noticing their opponent is lost.
Yeah.
You know, with like how like focused you have to be on your own screen. Maybe they don't even like register it.
It very well could be. Regardless, at the end of the sequence here, it was fun to watch those two for sure. You know, a high level gameplay, bringing it down here. Now, obviously, they're playing against bots. I don't want to just, you know, not mention that. They're not playing an online match and just getting first and second every time. They would be professional organization players and be able to dominate everything humanly possible, but that's not quite the case.
Okay. So they are bots.
So, yeah. So, we can take a moment to kind of cover this in case you're not really sure. So, Tetris 99, the principle of the matchup we're doing is a local bots match here. So it's both players are facing against 97 other bots, and the intent of this is that they're trying to go for the most KOs. Winner of the most KOs is deemed your winner for that game. Now, for the most part, we've also noticed from this too is that a lot of times they are normally the guys that are winning by the end of this here. So we'll notice that as we go along here. So next matchup is the Hammer against O'Near, and winners quarterfinals. So we're sitting here about two matches left to go, and Jimmy, it's been fun.
Yeah, I know it's been real fun. Oh man,
we've been watching more and more intense gameplay as we've gone along here, and as we've circled here, some of the big contenders right now seem to me like it's going to be between Boyer and potentially our buddy here. Blitzbolt that won last game.
Yeah, Blitzbolt was managing those stressful situations very impressively, but we'll see if the Hammer or Onyx can match either of their pace.
Yep, and here we go. Once again, we are back at it here.
A little bit of an awkward start for Onyx, looks like. Getting an unfortunate L block placement, but maybe he sent himself
I
up for a
think at this
Tetris.
point he might not know what the key is to hold potentially, because that
Oh.
could have been a case he should have held that, taken a J, move that to the corner, and then use this L block to put it right exactly where he put the J at.
There it is. And he figured it out. Ooh. But bottom row looks like it's got an unfortunate stoppage there on the bottom screen. That might be spell trouble. It's going to be hard to craft a Tetris. But we'll see what they can do. Oh, man. Very nice 6.
Once again, there's been a few cases now we have already seen here that it looks like, I believe O'Near on our bottom is currently having some trouble trying to get his board cleaned up a bit. So he might be looking at an early exit if this trend continues. But again, one of the big things is how do you respond to getting those, those forms of junk blocks? Because once it starts getting more dangerous for you, it's just, at that point, it's tougher to make the recovery.
And it looks like, oh, lights out already. And that's going to be it for our friend on the Onyx on the bottom screen there.
Yep, and Goose Egg here for KO. So really, and it's an unfortunate thing, especially after our last matchup, but it's going to come down to just one KO is all he'll need. One KO, and he takes this game here. So we'll see if that's going to be what we're going to see from this case here.
Oh,
but
looks like he's got the one.
there we go. We got his KO, and that's going to be his victory. So technically speaking, he doesn't really need to be here anymore. But, he's
playing Tetris. He's having a good time.
Keep going. Keep having fun.
know.
And we'll tell him in a second. We'll tell him when he's ready.
Let him enjoy it a little bit.
Let him take some time to enjoy what he's doing at the moment.
Man, can you imagine in like Smash Brothers, after you won a set, your opponent would just turn into a sandbag, and you got the whale on him?
Yeah.
That's kind of what this reminds me of.
Actually, that reminds me of a game here. Lethal League Blaze does something very similar to that, where once you eliminate him, the body that you eliminated becomes like basically an uncolored animation of him, and you can take him and you can kind of keep smacking him and build combos and just smack him off the stage to the next round. It's
That's amazing.
Given a more professional environment, people can get really BM-like in it, and
my
it's
God.
pretty fun.
That's amazing.
Unless it happens to you, then you're kind of not feeling good.
Put that mechanic in Smash.
Yeah, let's not.
Smash.
let's
We already got taunting.
let's not have another reason why somebody needs to fight somebody else on stage.
Oh God, yeah.
Let's keep it calm here.
Let's not have any hashtag drama.
Yeah.
Oh wow. Yeah, he's up to 2 KOs.
Taken 2. His board's getting pretty tight right now. He's gonna keep going though. He's gonna take a J to an L back to a Z, and that's gonna wrap it up for him. Hits the top block, and GG's to both sides here. That first game goes over to our friend O'Near. And here we go. Countdown ready. See what's. Just as a heads up here, we are going to be letting the finals play out themselves afterward here. This is going to be our last matchup that we're going to feature for you guys here on stream. So if you're just tuning in here, we're playing a Tetris 99 1 versus 1 matchup with 97 CPUs, 2 humans, seeing who can knock out the most KOs here in order to win. Over here at Midwest, oh my gosh.
Midwest win.
Midwest land. That's a very difficult thing apparently to me. And we're continuing on here as right now we've seen O'Near taking first game. We'll see if he's going to follow the same sequence here. Right now, you see that center stack right now is looking like trouble for our bottom foe, and so we'll see if that's going to be a huge impact. Right now, it definitely seems like that's the case here. As you see, looks like he can practically drop something in there to get one, but he needs to get multiple in order to reduce that block.
High block on the way though. Man, he manages to slip it in, but he's got two very he's got holes in his setup down there. His rows are all clogged up, and they're going to be tough to uncork, as it were, because they're buried so deep in there. You see he has 4 patches that are each individually covered up by another block on top of him, and he is going to have some legwork to do if he wants to get out of this situation.
According to our chat, insider information has revealed that O'Near has a headache and hates Tetris. That's
oh no. I am sorry he...
Conspiracy theory. Everybody loves Tetris. Anyway, so sitting back here is Z. Back out to an I. again, he's holding an eye at this moment, so kind of waiting for that right moment to build a
Oh,
Tetris.
no.
But good case here. Gets 2 right there. Back to an L. Gives it back to a T. And
Our friend O'Near is out at 86, and the hammer remains.
knocked out. Hammer. Yep, Hammer on top here. Sorry for the correction earlier. And Hammer, he's got his 1 KO. Same story as before. All he needed was 1. He's now have 3, and he's going to continue to keep going.
And it looks like he's being told to stop.
Yeah,
He's already dead.
I think he said, stop. This man has already lost his dignity from playing Tetris 99 and getting kicked as number 97, a bunch of level 3 bots.
He's grooving
But,
about it, though.
We don't worry about it. But I appreciate the
He's taking it in his
the
stride.
finger guns here and
We're all
wearing
having fun
a
here.
golf visor backwards, kind of like they did back in the 1980s. But GG.
GG's all around.
GG's all around here. A lot of fun here, of course, at Midwest LAN. Just kind of a fun little promo event for you guys here was the Tetris event. Of course, as we saw from earlier, we saw Smash Ultimate here on stream. Prior to that, last night, we got a chance to check out some Rocket League action here. Jimmy, you got any closing remarks here for our stream?
I think it's been very real. I think Tetris is awesome. I think more people should stream this game more because it was really hype to watch, and you know, I really like the diversity that's been on display here is really impressive of like games and stuff. So yeah, no, it's been a good time, and I hope you all enjoyed yourselves, and you know,
For sure. And
tune back in.
yeah, well, we're going to close it out here at Midwest LAN 21 here over in Elmhurst, back at the Clarion Inn Conference Center right now. Thank you to everybody that tuned in for the matches today. I'm Jordan B, joined with Jimmy.
We're
Signing out.
Everyone, guys.